Hi everybody, happy Friday. How's everyone doing today? Friday we do island visits, so go ahead and start thinking about if you want to join the queue or not. And I'll think about opening up a bot command for entering the queue, but first let me just set up my log. I always have to start off stream displaying the right sort of thing at the bottom. Alright, there we go. There's our island visits log. And hi everybody, we are still raising money for Color of Change, by the way, going on until June 20th is when it will end, and we do have some fun incentives for different milestones, I guess, so just let me know if you have any questions about that. And I'm gonna head over to Nook's Cranny to see what's at the shops today, because I haven't played yet today. Oh, thank you, Kimma. Yeah, I've been having a little fun with it lately. And hi, Beth. Hi, Ginger. Hi, sailrrvenus. Hi, Pikmin. Oh, what's kind of funny is I've already played this day today because I was a little impatient to get my second incline built yesterday, so I went forward today. So everything at Nook's is actually the same as it was the last time I played. Oh, thank you, Therapy. Love the rain in this game. Yeah, me too. I definitely prefer this rain to like New Leaf's rain, but at the same time, I prefer clear days. I think I always have in Animal Crossing, but been so busy, forgot to message you. Oh, that's okay, Joey. I guess today was a work day for me anyways. Maybe Sunday would actually be good for if you're free on Sunday, Joey. I'll join the queue if that's okay. Oh, I'd love to. Let me go ahead and open that up so that can start to get filled up and we can start to get a queue going for our island visits. Just hold on while I find the right menu in my bot. Alright, so I went ahead and opened up the queue, and exclamation point join is how you enter, and I look forward to visiting some of your islands. Not really seeing a whole lot here that I'm super interested in. Oh yay, I'm glad we have some new islands to visit today. I haven't visited sailrrvenus's. Is your town like Sailor Moon themed or anything like that? Oh, and Oscar and Pikmin joining the queue too. How was your day? Yeah, my day was okay. It was actually pretty uneventful. Unfortunately, lately when I get home from work, my feet hurt so bad that I like lay down to rest my feet, and then I always inevitably like get super tired and start like napping a little bit, and I don't know, I feel like I gotta come up with some sort of solution for my feet. Like, they've been really hurting after work lately. Oh god, my island is such a mess. All these diggy spots. Think I'm gonna try to get my island ready for next Friday. Oh, that would be great, Joey. I'd love to see what your new island is like. Have I visited it at least once? I'm not sure. You can go to the new island? You have a new island, Pikmin? My island is like a purple celestial theme called Amethyst. Ah, pretty. I love the sound of that. Ah, I can't wait to go see. But yeah, I'm probably, actually, now that I check the shops and everything, I think I will start to head over to the airport pretty soon. I'm not gonna dig up every fossil, but I did want to kind of see what was going on, take a quick walk around town. I want to take a peep at my new incline. I haven't even seen my new incline yet. Oh, what does it look like? Yay! I haven't paid off her loan yet though. She's still in a tent, but I do have the incline set up now. So exciting. Alright, so if you are in the queue, go ahead and start thinking about whether you want to open up via Dodo code or if you want to open up, like if we're friends. And once you're opened up with Dodo code, you can send me a Twitch Whisper and I can type something in chat, like just an emote or something, and then you send me a Twitch whisper by clicking on my name, and then there's like a drop-down menu to send me like a private message, a whisper, and that's how we get the dodo codes to me, and then I go and visit them. Oh, Sahara's here today. Yeah, I'll give a few minutes for y'all to start opening up the dodo codes, and how about we do sailrrvenus's first, and then we can work our way down. There's only 4 towns in our queue, like at the moment. Oh, it looks like now we have 5, but in any case, it's not the longest queue in the world. We'll be able to get to everyone, I think. Oh wow, why is this stuff here? Oh, I don't know what that stuff's doing there. I feel bad about it. Don't think you've been to mine yet? Aw, I used to visit yours so much in the island visits earlier on, Joey. Makes me a little nostalgic thinking about those like first few weeks of doing island visits for the first time. Still a work in progress, but I'm getting to a point where I'm pretty happy with a lot of it. Oh, that's great, sailrrvenus. I wish I was to that point. Mine's a work in progress and very, very messy because of the way I like to strew stuff everywhere. Considering restarting my island, so I need you guys' help. Should I restart or not? Also stressing over not being able to make natural looking rivers and want to have a fresh brain. Well, that is a very personal decision. I recommend looking at your island itself, like whether you like the things you can't change about it, like the town hall placement, the river mouths, things like that, and then that can help you determine whether or not you want to reset. And something else I'm going to do while we're getting set up here, I want to try something new where instead of like having to black out the screen totally and go to BRB every time I'd enter a dodo code, I want to like load some sort of GIF just to like put over the screen. And we do have this like fox thing. Like this fox thing is like really big. How do I make this thing smaller? Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess that works. It's a little excessive though. So I'll go ahead and start loading up the dodo code sort of entry screen. Oh, you like the little fox waving. It's supposed to be crazy red. And tomorrow you all so much for being here today. I hope y'all are having a great Friday and we'll have a good weekend coming up. Tomorrow is the day that we usually like to do like multiplayer, and I hope my darndest I'm able to set up a few mini games by tomorrow, but there isn't going to be a whole lot of time between, like a free time between now and stream tomorrow to do it, so I'm a little worried about multiplayer tomorrow. I hope I can set something up. Alright, and I'm going to check my whispers to see if anyone sent me the dodo code yet. Ah, cool. sailrrvenus has already sent it to me, so we're going to enter that with the fox protecting everything. So, wow, this is one of those dodo codes that almost sounds like a word. Do you know when that happens? When the dodo code is just eerily almost like an actual word? Alright. I may have a few of your patterns in my town. Oh, sailrrvenus! I can't wait to see now. That's so cool. Oh, did I enter it wrong? Dang. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I'll have to enter the dodo code again. Why isn't there like a way you can just re-enter it? I really gotta go through all this dialogue again. Oh, and hi, Lunchka! Thank you so much for stopping by, Lunchka. It's great to see you too. Jaderade! Wow. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's so kind of you, Jaderade. I remember visiting your lovely island on one of these island visit streams. Thank you so much for that 2 months of support. It really means the world. Welcome back to the Force fam for 2 months, and I hope you continue to enjoy those emotes and all your time here. Thank you so much, Jaderade. How are you today? How's your island going? Have you made any changes lately? Alright, so we're finally back on the dodo code screen, and let's try this again. The big fox over top. Okay, so I hope I entered it right this time. I'm getting a kick out of the fox. Alright, so we do have a flight for Amethyst now. Sorry for that typo. And hi, Kimono, how are you today? If you need to end the stream early today so you have time for tomorrow, we understand. Oh, Pika, that's considerate of you. Oh, thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. And thank you for checking out that link. It's me. I appreciate it. We're raising money for Color of Change, an organization that focuses a lot on like trying to resolve racial inequality in the country. Kind of a big movement right now that we're trying our best to join as a community. And right now our campaign, we're up to $265 from our initial goal of $100. I think if we like every $100 increment, we might do another sort of special stream, like maybe Animal Crossing Jeopardy again for like the $300 mark. Wow, look at this flyover of Amethyst. So pretty to see those overhead views of all the purple flowers. I saw a few of my paths sailrrvenus mentioned, like the moon mosaic, which looks so lovely with all the purple flowers. I remember back in the New Leaf days, part of the reason why I made those moon QR codes a little bit purpley was because the white violets in the game kind of have like a purpley touch to them, so I really like to see you pair like these patterns with all the purples, and you got the purple moon chair, the purple nova lights. Oh, look at this beautiful spot. An easy game for multiplayer might be Simon Says. Simon Says, take out your net, and then we could all use the tool ring to get our net. Oh, cool. We also haven't played things like hide and seek yet, which unfortunately though, I don't know if my town is set up super well for things like hide and seek, but that's always a possibility. Oh, and look at this town flag. The flag for Amethyst, nice and purpley. There's some big patches of flowers, so just ignore that. Oh, I'm sure the patches of flowers look pretty. Oh, wow. Look at these purple and white lined paths. I love stuff like this. It's so classic. Such classic Animal Crossing to have paths like lined with flowers. Must have been a lot of work to breed all these purple and whites too, and to collect them all and everything. Hope y'all are doing well. Oh, thank you, Jaderade. Wow, look at Mary. She's so cute, and she looks so fitting with like all these white flowers and everything. Oh, and hi, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. Tried to make my island a bit more summery. Yeah, that could definitely be something that we could do like as the seasons go by, especially once we get into autumn and winter, is try to onto autumn and winterfy our towns, which I'm a little nervous about. I don't know how my town's gonna look like in different seasons. Oh, Helly, thank you for the host. Wow, look at all these purple pansies. So impressive, all the flowers you've managed to grow, and Wow, I love this little like park area. It's kind of like an intersection between a few different inclines. So I really like the way you connected all the inclines with like this little courtyard with the black fountain. Looks so classy with like the black garden bench in front. Hide and seek in the exhibits in the museum. Oh, that would be fun, Ginger. Especially since, you know, y'all have seen the state of my town. It's like a mixture between like highly decorated and then just total trash. Might be kind of awkward to play hide and seek in the midst of my town. The purple amethyst connection only just happened in my brain. Spent a lot of time watering my hybrid gardens. I haven't been doing enough of that lately. Like, I've been kind of neglecting my flower watering duties a little bit. Been focused mostly on my green mums. Ah, look at Apollo. Apollo representing for pride. And hi, Stanning. Planning to use the pansies for my beaches. Ah, that's a good plan. I haven't really thought about my beaches much yet, but man, I really wanted to highlight like Apollo's yard here. Like Apollo has his own incline, has his own like little yard set up on the cliff. Like I just think that's super classy. I made all of my designs and the Able Sisters my pride sweater. Oh, so that they'll all be forced to wear the pride sweater if they decide to wear one of your designs that month. Oh, and is that like a little pride garden down there? Oh, so fitting. It looks like this might be where some of the breeding takes place because I recognize this like diagonal formation as being really ideal for breeding. Let's go check out the house. Apollo's got that bachelor pad. Oh, and hi, Dream Crossing. The Pride Garden, love that. I'm inspired. Yeah, it'll be nice once we get over there, but for now, just like look at this aesthetic. Look at the purple starry wall. I've been kind of like eyeing that a little bit. Like I think I have the other starry wall, the one that actually looks more like a night sky, but this one's from Celeste too, and it's so dreamy. The colors are just so fitting for each other, like all the whites and creams and all the purples, and then just little hints of plants. I love the Nova lights indoors too. I almost forget that they can be used indoors. I see them as like outdoor items almost, and they look so pretty inside though. Sometimes I get these weird like little mental hang-ups with items, like I think they're either indoor or outdoor, and then like, you know, I forget that you can do a mixture of both. Oh, Sable! I'm so happy to see some Sable love with that Sable poster on the wall. She's such an iconic character and such a fun part of the Animal Crossing games to like get to know her and hear her backstory, and she looks so sweet in this sewing themed room with like all the colors that you kind of associate with the Able Sisters and the patchwork quilts and everything. Ah, I love it. I think the idea of like a sewing themed room is particularly fun in New Horizons because like they added a lot of new sewing themed things. Like there's like sewing kits and there's looms and there's a variety of different like sewing machines. Like, I don't know, I think the sewing theme works really well in this one. Oh, so that room was a work in progress. I thought it was still precious though. Oh, congrats on making progress with your KK songs, Pikmin. If I remember, well, you can always message me on Discord if you want me to try to help keep an eye out on KK songs for you. Wow, look at this kitchen. It's so classy, and I'm always so amazed by people's kitchens, because when you think of a kitchen in Animal Crossing, you think of a lot of the same sort of furniture, like, you know, it's got to have a fridge and it's got to have appliances, but somehow, like, almost every kitchen I wander into, like, on these island visit streams is just so amazing. Like, I love what you guys do with your kitchens, and the fact that you do such different color schemes and feels, and this one has such a nice mixture of, like, light and dark, and Feels so classy. Got Brewster up there by the coffee machine. So fitting. Got the kettle on the stove. Oh, and hi, Jay. Hope you're doing well as well, and happy Friday to everybody. I hope you've had a good week, and this is like a nice end of the week for you. The white choco floor looks amazing with the kitchen furniture. Oh, is that what that was? I knew that it was some sort of like palish floor to go with like all the black and the white and everything, but I didn't realize it was the white chocolate floor. I need to take the time to scan my hundreds of amiibos for posters. Yeah, I do actually have all the amiibo cards. That's part of why I'm able to offer like the rewards that I do. Like for $10 I can give you an amiibo villager for like the charity campaign, and for $5 I can give you any poster you want. Speaking of which, our alerts aren't working right now, but just taking a look at the charity campaign, I really want to thank Pika for just donating $10. Had a little extra money from my paycheck, so donating to a good cause, Pika says, and she's a girl with a game in chat. So thank you so much, Pika, for that generous donation towards Color of Change. I really, really appreciate it, Pika, and thanks for the hype and love in chat for that donation. And by the way, just also a really pretty room we're in right now. Like, look at all the seafoam and white, and I'm loving all these posters of NPCs. Look at pretty Luna up there, right near the aroma pod. I always kind of associate Luna with things like that because she ran the Dream Suite, and I think she had something similar, like some sort of aroma pot in the Dream Suite. Oh, and I love that mobile. Such like a nautical, pretty, like sea-themed bathroom, but also kind of like very celestial too, with like all the astrology stuff. My pleasure. Happy I had some money to contribute. Yeah, and it's really kind of you too, Pika. You totally shouldn't, you know, feel forced to, you know, like if money's tight or anything. But it's really nice of you that you chipped in with that. Thank you so, so much, Pika. It means a lot. The color schemes of all these rooms are on point. Yes, aren't they? Like down here, it's very dark and classy. Kind of reminds me of just a... I don't know, it does feel like a basement, doesn't it? Like, just the way that it's got those rough walls and everything's dark and it's got lots of posters on the wall. It feels like a great hangout spot. And I see a cat lives here. We've got a cat tower and a litter box. Wow, look at all those posters. You even got Raymond. This does kind of remind me of the Dream Suite room, but more like it would be on an island. Yeah, and I love seeing Luna represented. Sometimes I forget about her, because she's not really featured a lot anymore. Oh, I love this room. Oh my god. Look at how this carpet looks when you turn it sideways. I only ever see it used like vertically, but it's such a cool use to be up here in this like long themed room because the pathway becomes so much longer and you have the perfect items in here. Ah, Kaimana! Thank you so much for that brand new sub. Wow, that's so, so generous of you. Thank you so much, Kay. I really enjoyed talking with you the other day about our similar jobs, and thank you so much for hanging out here and enjoying it enough to subscribe. That means a lot to me, and also just that support. And I hope you enjoy the cute Animal Crossing emotes we have. If you're not already in the Discord, by the way, anyone that's subscribed can also use the emotes over in Discord as well. Thank you so much, Kay. Hope you're having a great evening. And I feel like another big like framing piece of this particular room is like all the butterfly models too. The butterfly models are so pretty. Got Agrius and Birdwing, Paper Kite, I don't know, I'm kind of trying to remember some of these. I don't have all of them memorized. Yeah, what a lovely gardening room. Oh, so those posters down in the basement were all of sailrrvenus's villagers, so they weren't just like thrown up there on a whim. They are sailrrvenus's villagers. Hoping to add in more of the zodiac furniture once I get more of the recipes. Yeah, that zodiac furniture, I'm really like eager for that too. There's some areas of my town that just plain like won't be complete until I get it, so it's a little tempting to not trade for it on Nookazon. I think it might be kind of nice to just get those items as the seasons pass. Ah, who lives here and has their own library? Mitzi? Mitzi's got her own little cat tower and cozy reading spot by the bookshelves. Has her own little lovely, like, reading nook of a yard. Plus some beautiful terraforming out in front with the waterfalls. Let's go and visit Mitzi and say hi. Love seeing people's reactions to this room. Oh, that lovely garden room. I'm such a sucker for that sort of room too. Like, I really just love, you know, my username is a forest life. I love anything foresty and natural and has like lots of flowers and foliage. Your vibes are the best. Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. The Queen Raja is huge. Still haven't gotten any Gemini fragments. Yeah, I think I've only gotten 2, and it was really tempting because I think Helly in chat posted something about having a meteor shower in Discord, but it's like I gotta stream, you know? So I hope I can manage to attend some meteor showers. Look at this beautiful Pride Month garden. Let's see if we have like all the flowers represented and all the colors. I mean, it really looks like it with like all the different color orange and red and pink flowers, yellow. We got the one green mom over here. The blue and purple and white and black. Oh, and the gold in the corner. All wrapped around this well with like the beekeeper hive and the garden wagon. Kind of framed in between these two like hills. Ooh, it looks like that's kind of a dreamy area around the museum. My favorite villager gets the biggest yard. Oh, is Mitzi your favorite? I feel like you do know your villagers so well. Like Apollo's yard and Mitzi's yard are so fitting, and it really makes me want to see the rest of the yards. Oh, look! These are my patterns. Oh, I love seeing them used, and I love what you did with the museum, with one side being like the crescent moon and the other side being the full moon. That's gorgeous. Oh, thanks for all the love towards this town in chat. It definitely deserves it. Oh, and hi Leah. How are you today? Happy Friday to you. If you go up on the cliffs behind the museum, there's a secret stargazing area. Oh, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, I really like what people have done with both like stargazing areas, and also another one that I really like is seeing people's like reading nooks outside. It's sort of like what you did for Mitzi and what you did right here. And another one I like a lot are like the painting nooks. Like some people have done some really cool things with like setting up an easel and putting like a painting set like on top of a desk or something, and I just think it's the cutest thing. Oh, and cafes. It's always so nice seeing these outdoor cafes. Is this Cafe KK? Oh yes, it is. It's such a pretty song. Gosh, I love your placement of everything. Like, everything's just so well placed and inspired. All I've done since the game came out is work on my island. Yeah, kinda same. I mean, it's a really addicting game, but I guess I haven't been as like productive as some. I definitely don't have as much progress to show, but whoa! Look at that pattern under the moon. That's awesome. It's like an astrology calendar or something, and the moon is just hovering above it. Plus, I just love this skinny piece of land too, and how you made such great use of this area behind your museum. It's so narrow, but so well done, and I even see the detail. I admire it. I don't even know if it would occur to me to do this, but do y'all see the flowers down there? Like, when I climb down here, I'm not sure if there's a good way for me to see the flowers, but there totally are, which I gotta appreciate the detail. But here's the stargazing spot where you can sit amongst all these star fragments and beautiful weeds, all the celestial furniture, and take a look at the stars. I think it would be so fun if there could still be like constellations in this game, because people have definitely done enough stargazing areas that it feels like it would be worth it if they gave us some constellations in the sky like the older games. Happy Friday. I was just on a walk at a nearby pond looking for turtles and frogs and only saw one turtle. Oh, that sounds so whimsical and lovely. It's such a good way to spend a Friday afternoon. I'm glad you saw at least one turtle, Leah. Brewster at the stand. You saw Brewster somewhere? Oh, is he... Oh! What? What is this? Can someone tell me what this item is? I don't really understand. Oh, is it a shirt? It's like a shirt displayed on a mannequin. What? How is this possible? Can you do this with anything? Like, if I wanted to have, like, a random character, like, I could just draw them on a shirt or something, and then... That is so wild! How did I not notice that? That's amazing. Hats off. Oh, your island is so charming and whimsical with fun stuff at every turn. I'm loving it. Tiny Brewster. Oh, but it looks so realistic too. It's like a really like hyper realistic Tiny Brewster. Can post the design code in Discord. Oh, did you even make it, or is it someone else's? Either way, I mean, it's a really cool idea. So we've stumbled across the campsite in Amethyst, which appropriately, it's like a very kind of magical looking campsite with lots of purple and lots of these celestial stepping stones. I like how the stepping stones are both kind of mossy and natural looking, but also go with like the celestial vibes of the town. So they're like the perfect paths to have near the campsite. Ooh, and look at how it's perched up here with such a wide range of like greenery around. Oh, I love it. You even dedicated an incline to the campsite. I feel like your uses of inclines are like so well done, and here am I, like I'm probably gonna run out of inclines and use them terribly. You could have little goblins in your goblin fair. Oh yeah. I have this idea to do like a magical themed like goblin fair where there's like lots of magical items for sale, and I guess I could have my own little store people too with that trick. Oh, saw the idea on Twitter. Yeah, well, I've never seen it before. It threw me for a loop. And hi Cosmic Peachy, welcome to stream. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing good. I'm at the incline limit and I want more. Aw. Yeah, I'm sorry if I reminded you of it. I've seen so many good like incline uses in your town, but that limit is such a bummer. Oh, look, it's Raymond's house. He's got a little cat tower. Stitch is in my campsite. Oh, he's a cutie. I had a notification recently. Ooh, he's crafting. I had a notification recently that there was someone actually at my campsite, which is really unusual. I think it's unusual because of how much I scan in amiibos, but since I haven't been scanning in amiibos for a while, I might start to get campsite visitors. The Raymond show? That's so funny he says that, because there is a show about, like, Raymond. It's called, like, I don't remember what it's called, but there is a show about someone named Raymond. Oh, a steel flooring? It is kind of a more uncommon dupe. I guess I don't mind getting another dupe of this. There's a star pond over there below the museum if you didn't see. Oh, I'll have to check it out. And hi, Shivi. Lolly showed up on my campsite. It was nice to see her. Yeah, I feel like it could be fun just to see the campers like cycle through, and even if you don't plan on moving them in. Oh, okay, so this is the star pond. Look at it. It's shaped like a star, and in the middle there's even like a little island holding like a star, like a nova light. Feels like a star like fell out of the sky and landed in the pond. You can even see like the moon in the background. I can really appreciate stuff like, this is some of the stuff I try to pay attention to too, is like what's visible in the background at certain points in your town, and I feel like this town has a lot of that, like when you pan up and you see certain things in the background. But yeah, we might have to like retrace our steps a little bit to like find new areas to explore. I've gotten to the point where like I've explored probably a lot of the island, but I haven't explored all of it. Oh, look at all these cat towers. That's just precious. Plus, just knowing that her username is sailrrvenus. There's so many cats in Sailor Moon and so many cats in this town. Look at all these cats. But it's not all cats either. But who has this lovely house? Mary's house? Oh, it's so pretty. And Bob's house. Oh, Bob. I feel like Bob is always cursed to have a super colorful house exterior. Why can't Bob have a normal house? Bob always has a super colorful one. How do I get in the queue for island visits? It's exclamation point join, Shivi. Oh, Bob's wearing the pride outfit. Perfect Bob. Whose house is that? So cute. Is it Mary's? I do think Mary has a super cute exterior. I'll have to keep a mental note of that in case I ever want to start figuring out what to do for my side town. Maybe Mary's a good possibility. Oh, Nimrats! Thank you so much. Happy Friday, working from home at the moment. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you so much for that 7-month resub. Wow, that's such a long time. I still remember that stream where I first unlocked affiliate and you subscribed. Thank you so much, Nimrats. It's great to see you. I hope working from home has been treating you well, and I hope life in general has. Thank you so much for being such a long-time supporter of the channel. And I hope you're doing so good. We're exploring the town of Amethyst right now, which has like strong Sailor Moon vibes. Oh, Shivi! Wow, thank you so much for subscribing, Shivi. That's so kind of you. I feel like I've gotten a lot of love today with these resubs and subs. Thank you all so much. Y'all are so kind. Shivi, welcome to the Forest fam, and I hope you enjoy those emotes we have and your time here and the ad-free viewing. Thank you so much, Shivi. Microsoft Teams will be my death. Oh, is that what you're doing for work? I remember hearing something about how Microsoft was trying out this new work week where like you have maybe 3 days off or something, and I was really jealous. I would love a work week like that. Thank you all so much for the hype and love and chat, for Nimrat's resub and Shivi's brand new sub. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for the love today. This is like a brand new character house we just wandered into, and let me know, sailrrvenus, if this is like too work in progress for me to explore it, because I know how the side characters go. I've started a few new side characters myself, and I haven't really gotten to decorating them yet. Oh, look at this! The cute little pink bathroom. Take a nice bath in the pink bathtub, and all these pink toilets. Oh, it's precious. It's essentially a bad Discord. Oh wow! Rage Paint Games, thank you so much, Pika, for gifting that to them. I really, really appreciate it. Wow, we've got a little mini hype train going. Thank you all so much for that. Pika, thank you for the generosity, and Rage Paint Games, I hope you enjoyed those Animal Crossing emotes. And back here, ooh, it looks like maybe some sort of celestial circle, a little celestial room. Oh, Reese and Cyrus! How do you find such good uses for these posters? Like, this is so fitting, like, above the workbench, because that's kind of like what Cyrus did back in New Leaf, was he had his little workbench and everything. Like, how did you come up with such a good use for all these posters? And thank you all so much for the generosity and the hype and love in chat. I really appreciate it. Ooh, this kind of has like clothing sort of vibes. Ah, Kimono, thank you so much for that cheer, that pride cheer. Oh, y'all are so kind. I know sailrrvenus is a Sailor Moon fan, so this is kind of giving me like, oh my gosh, Pika, thank you so much for that gift sub. To Oscar, I hope you enjoyed those Animal Crossing emotes. Thanks to Pika, I really, really appreciate it. Pika, you're too kind. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much for making our Friday Island visit so hyped today. But yeah, what I was saying was this kind of reminds me of Chibi Moon a little bit, with like all the kid clothes and the little pink dress in the corner. Maybe sailrrvenus, you can confirm if this is Chibi Moon inspired. You deserve all the love. It's so refreshing to see someone who isn't into streaming just for the money. You brighten so many people's days, including myself. Created such a welcoming and cozy community. Oh, Ginger. Thank you so much. I genuinely do really enjoy it. I really enjoy like chatting with you all the time, and it's just been such a lovely experience streaming, and I'm glad that it's worked out as well as it has. Thank you so much, Ginger, for that cheer and those kind words. Again with the posters. Look at these pelicans up here. Like, don't y'all miss them so much? Friday party hype. Oh, thank you so much, Pika, for that cheer. Just wanted this character to have a super cutesy and pink house, not necessarily Chibi Moon inspired, but I definitely take that as a compliment. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm trying to read too much Sailor Moon into things. Yeah, look at Celeste up here on this wall. You make such good use of the posters and the pink chocolate. The pelicans. I hope they come back somehow. I hope that there's like a mail office update or something and the pelicans come back. What's the name of the song playing? I think there's a lot of like KK bubblegum in this house. I think that's basically a lot of the house was bubblegum KK. Oh, thank you, Shivi. Love you all as well. I would totally do a heart better if I didn't have to hold my Joy-Cons. I've been missing my Joy-Con connector for a little while now, and I hope it turns up. It's so annoying holding one in each hand. Look at the pink and purple house. I've never seen a house like that before. It's so pretty. I just wanted... Oh, okay, I already read that. I could see it belonging to Chibi Moon. Me too. My favorites are stale cupcakes and drive-in. I think Forest Life and Steep Hill are up there for me, but I really like some of the new ones added to this game. I really like Drive-In and Farewell as well. Ooh, look at this pretty like outlook spot by the river. Like there's this really curving diagonal river right here sweeping across town, and this kind of like overlooks it. And it's where the Able Sisters is hanging out near a waterfall. Such a good placement. I have a little bit of a witchy theme going on. So Tycho and Emerus are witches, and then Artemis is a traveling fortune teller. Ah, let me check these characters out. So Tikal and Amorous are witches, and Artemis is a traveling fortune teller. Wow, you have so many characters. That's gonna be fun to like check out all their houses. I just got a new tech controller for my Switch. It's really nice and translucent blue. Yeah, maybe I should invest in a Pro controller. The Joy-Cons have been treating me okay though. I heard they start to drift after a while, like Joy-Con drift. Maybe it would be nice to like kind of have a backup in case that starts happening and have like a Pro controller. Ooh, look at this little view right here, like across the bench there's like a pond with a star in front, and then on this upper tier of land you get a nice close-up of this. I don't know, it's almost kind of giving me like romantic or sentimental vibes, just a single tree, a single stone. How do I get up there? Is there like an incline? Oh, here's the incline to get up there. I wonder why your favorite's forest life? Yeah, well actually the love of forest life probably came first and then the username came after. Animal City and Stale Cupcakes are my faves. I'm so mad that the Wild World one isn't something I can play in my house, guys. Why did they do it like that? Why didn't they give me Animal Crossing Wild World to put in my house? Much cheaper than the regular Pro controller if you're looking for one, and the buttons feel great. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Thanks for the tip though, Kay. And who is this? Renee? Renee's got a cute little house. The Joy-Cons drift. Yeah, I haven't experienced it myself because I haven't had a Switch for very long, but I've heard your character will start just like moving off to the side without you actually controlling it. Just like an effect of like the Joy-Cons over time. Masaru, thank you for the follow, and thank you all again for that hype train and all the gift subs and resubs and new subs. Thank you all so much. Look at this beautiful garden area. We've got kind of like a greenhouse looking feel around like the stalls, and then over here it's like a little garden fenced in with the log stakes. You made the little cliff with the orange tree to be kind of like the town tree in New Leaf. Ah, see, I felt like it had kind of a sentimental vibe, like it just had some sort of like significance to it, you know? You even made it so you can sit underneath the town tree, just like you could in the New Leaf days. I do kind of miss that feature. That was a really fun aspect of New Leaf that I kind of was expecting to be carried over in this game, but I guess I can respect that they wanted this one to be so much of its own unique experience, and they didn't really bring a lot of features over. We're not like the mayor anymore, we don't have a town tree anymore. I mean, I can respect it, but I do miss some of those things sometimes. I only have one other character for the aesthetic of the tent, thinking I should make it a new house. Yeah, I don't really plan on having many tents in my town, but they are cute if you want to try to play up camping vibes. Ooh, are we like entering a nightclub area? We got a DJ stand and a "We're Open" sign. Beach parties down here. And after you're done at the beach party, you can lay down and get some rest on the I'm not exactly sure what you call those. Are those like spa beds? Look at Totoro in the sand. Totoro. And speaking of tints, it looks like sailrrvenus made use of a character with a tint. My new leaf town was Amethyst and oranges were the native fruit. Ah, adding even more significance to the fact that you made the town tree in your New Horizons town be an orange tree. It's like a little nod to your new leaf town. Love Animal City and KK Moody. Yeah, I like those too. I think I had KK Moody in my house at one point. My Switch Lite had pretty bad Joy-Con drift at the beginning when it was new, and as I used it a lot and broke it in, it stopped doing that. Oh, I thought that was something that always happened like over time. I didn't realize it was something that could happen at the beginning and then like kind of fade. That's interesting, Leah. I have Joy-Con drift and it's a real pain when you're trying to terraform or dig up fossils. Yeah, I can imagine. Wow, look at the lighthouse. I've never seen this lighthouse in the game before. Like I've seen pictures of all the lighthouses online, but have never seen this in an actual town. I really like that black and white lighthouse. Kind of reminds me of a lighthouse that's near me, the Cape Hatteras lighthouse. Alright, I'm going to try to catch this finned fish. I hope you don't get mad at me for doing that, sailrrvenus. I'm after some of the finned fish. Alright, if it will see my bopper. This is giving me like Shark Island tour flashbacks from like the New Leaf Tortimer Island days. Oh no! Come on! I was just like a millisecond too late. I went to all that trouble. Went to all that trouble and failed. My original Joy-Con started drifting less than a year after owning them. I bought new ones on Black Friday last year. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, Black Friday is a good time to stock up on electronics. Maybe I could try to do the same since I can't see my Joy-Cons going bad by then. Ooh, look at this like orchestra area by your rock. Ah, I like how the coconut palms look when they're planted. And just such cozy neighborhoods, paths lined with purple flowers. sailrrvenus, is there anything that you know of that I might have missed in my walkthrough of your town? Because I might have missed some player houses. Feel free to give me like a hint or start leading me around to areas that I haven't wandered to yet. Because I want to make sure to touch like all bases of this gorgeous town. You're gonna put a little bar down there? Aw, that's so fitting. Oh, and hey Harv, welcome to stream. I think Apollo's blocking my path a little bit. Look at him in his pride shirt. I focus more on the aesthetics than the function. Yeah, me too, sailrrvenus, but I've had no issue getting around your town at all. But yeah, I have a feeling that parts of my town are gonna be like hard to get around because I'm valuing aesthetics over function too. Wow, see, this is an area I kind of missed earlier. Like I think I went from the campsite to like continuing to follow the path this way, but if you kind of go off the path a little bit, you find this like little oasis, which I love the terraforming, love the multi-tiered waterfalls, and that when you pan up, you like see the rocks on top. And you see like the nova lights and everything. What a well done area. Oh, and hi Robin, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good today, Robin. Oh, Pika, thank you for gifting that sub to Robin. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Pika, thank you for the support. Thank you for gifting that sub to Robin, and I hope you enjoy those emotes, Robin. Love you both. Thank you so much for all the love today. The forest area to the right is the area you haven't gone to yet. If you go down by the shop, there's a bridge to the right that'll take you there. Oh, is this the forest area that I'm in right now? Let me see if I can find the entrance like what you were talking about. It looks like I found the graveyard, the very mystical looking graveyard with still lots of like purple flowers around, stars, moons, bushes, trees. Wow, I really like this landscaping a lot. I love seeing what people do with their graveyards. Just dropping by to say hello, feeling a bit wiped from work this week, so I'll probably lurk until I fall asleep. Aw, Titch. That makes me happy you'd want to chill out and stream after a long week at work and before you head off for tonight. But I'm sorry that work was kind of a lot this week, Titch, and I hope you're doing good otherwise. And so it looks like there's yet another like kind of secret area down here with like some gnomes decorating this spot. It's like a little bit of a picnic area in between. Oh, a crescent moon pond. It's like a waterfall that empties into a crescent moon pond. And then up above there's like a crescent moon on the waterfall that pours into it. So classy. I love that you even like, to me, the crescent moon with the star in the middle is kind of like a really iconic symbol kind of in like a lot of culture, and that's part of why when I've done my moon patterns I've usually done both like a crescent moon and then I do a star right next to it. And I feel like that's kind of what she did with the crescent moon and the nova light right there. She created that symbol of the crescent moon and the star. Also, these suit sprites from Spirited Away carrying the little pieces of star candy. I remember reading online that these star fragments are based off of like the Japanese star candy, and so that's both the origin for them in Animal Crossing and also the origin for them in Spirited Away, which is really neat. When can I move in? Oh, talking about this island. Pika wants to move in, sailrrvenus. This planning is next level, literally. Oh yeah, a little pun on the terraforming. Ooh, look at these cute townies. We've got Diana and Bam hanging out down here. Looks like we have like a little beachside wedding. Wow, this is like really realistic to real life too. Like people do this. They do get like married by the beach and stuff. Reese and Cyrus would be proud with what you did here. Using like a lot of the brown wedding series items. Got some bottle mail too, which I think just adds to the aesthetic of everything. Wow, what a perfect wedding reception here. And of course she had to give Bam like a little punching bag because he's the town jock. Both a punching bag and a, what do you call this thing? Like a barbell. I bulldozed my whole island and built everything from scratch. Ah, that heartens me a little bit that you've done the same method as me, because I'm also doing the bulldozed approach, and I can definitely hope to maybe have a town as beautiful as this to show off one day for all the pain of doing all that bulldozing. Wow, I really love this alternative look of this like nature spot, like walking along the path and seeing all the rocks. Diana! I know her house so well. I love how you alluded to her like spa theme with like the fountain and the shell. That's perfect. The wedding is so pretty. Yeah, that was such a pretty spot. Let me see if I visited like all the characters in this town, because I know that there were a few different characters. So Cameron, I think I visited that house. Chacal, I visited that one. Amorous, I'm not sure if I visited Amorous's actually, but I visited like the tent down there. Should I go and find Amorous's house? who's next after this. I haven't decided. The way that I kind of like to do things is kind of pick based off of like towns I haven't seen first. And so there's actually a few towns in the queue that I haven't seen. If anyone like has to go soon or something, I can prioritize that, or just kind of pick an order of like who submitted to the bot. That might be nice and fair to do. But yeah, we're gonna go and check out the character house. If I can find it. I don't know, for some reason I missed it. Let me look at the map again. Oh, okay, so it's near this nook here. Let me try to find the way into the nook. She mentioned something about a bridge. I wonder if I have to like cross a bridge to get over there. Yeah, I think I have to cross a bridge. The chic is the fave of my wedding set. Yeah, I think I like the green too. I like the brown and the green, and even the white's kind of pretty. I have no doubt your island will be amazing. Oh, sailrrvenus, thank you. This island's very impressive. It is. I think I found the area that will take me to the player house. Oh, I already went down here. I don't know. I'm having trouble getting to Amorous's house, sailrrvenus, if you have any tips for how to get down there. Follow the path up to the left of Diana's house. Oh, okay. Sorry for not seeing that. So this is the path that takes you up to the player house. So it is nicely marked, and it's a nice little riverside path that takes you from the bridge. I guess I kept like walking along this path instead. But there is like a little side trail here with like lots of moon and star stepping stones. And again, it has its own incline set up for it, and its own little piece of land that is part of what encircles like the graveyard. I feel like maybe this character being near the graveyard and being near like this patch of dirt for gardening, like the silo. I'm getting kind of like gardening witchy vibes to this house. My island is super packed. It is, and in the best way. Oh yeah, such a witchy house. I love this so much. I plan on having a witchy character too, and I can't wait to start creating it because there's so many fun items in this game, like the magic circle rug, and look at Katrina on the wall. Look at the starry poster. Such a pretty room. I love the kettle bathtub. Oh my god, I'm so honored! Look at my moon pond! It's the moon pond I made from New Leaf with all my starry grass patterns around, and like a nice foresty wallpaper. Gosh, I've never seen my pattern used like this. I've never seen it used inside. And what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna like put some plants around? This is so cool. Thank you so much for using my patterns. I'm so honored. Gonna be another gardening outdoorsy room. Oh, I can't wait to see how that turns out. Also, look at this. What do you call this? I don't know. It's some sort of fortune-telling board, but you have it nicely laid out on the floor with a little candle in front. Very fitting. I love it so much. I had to use it. Thank you so much for using some of my patterns, sailrrvenus. It's like really cool to see them used in New Horizons after making them in New Leaf, and it flatters me a lot. Thank you so much. I also like the way you have like a little, what's that song? I really like the song you have playing over here. Currently playing Animal City? Oh! That's a good idea. Like for your own little city over here where the shops are, to play Animal City like you're at the city in City Folk. Got some vending machines here. Well, I think I might have explored this town to the fullest at this point, and I am sorry it got like maybe a little clunky at times where like I couldn't find where to go and things, but it is a super lovely town, so inspiring, so full of personality and character, and I think a lot of like what inspires you is like reflected in the island, which is so wonderful to see. And as someone who also loves like celestial aesthetics and, you know, loves like all this sort of terraforming you did, it was just a joy to explore. Thank you so much for submitting it, sailrrvenus, and let me know if there's anything else that I missed before I start to head to the airport, and then we can start to visit some other islands after that. I think you've seen pretty much everything now. Well, it's so sad to leave. I hope that maybe I can visit your island again sometime, like either off stream or on another one of these streams. But here's a last little peek at the first little wow spot that I saw at the entrance, like this beautiful, like purpley, starry plaza with the fountain and my little moon pattern scattered around. I like that you even used like the full moon pattern. I think this one's a lot more popular, but that's like the full moon pattern. But bye, thank you so much. How long have I been carrying around this vaulting pole? Like, really? Do you ever do that? Do you just like carry a shovel around for like hours and then realize, oh, why did I have to carry around this tool for this long when I'm not even using it? Such a beautiful town. Thank you for visiting, or thank you for sharing. Yeah, I agree. Thanks so much for submitting it. And thanks for all the love and chat for that town, and we'll go ahead and fly back to Athalia, and I'll take a look at my island list to see who else is up. We've got Elephantman, Pikmin, Oscar, Rage Paint Games, and Shivi. So I know I haven't seen Elephantman's, Oscars, and Rage Paint Games before. Feel free if you're one of those 3 people to start thinking about like opening up via Johto code, and then I can visit those next. And that was a particularly long visit because there was so much to explore and so many characters and everything, but not every island tour is like quite that long. Even the town tune is Sailor Moon. Oh, I missed it, Ginger. Which tune was it? Like, which Sailor Moon theme? Just like the... Was it like the main theme? Alright, so I'll check my Twitch whispers and we can head out on our next island. It looks like Elephantman has already sent me a Johto code, so we could head there next, but just know that we'll try to get through like everything in the queue. Oh, the theme song. I'm feeling like putting on some Sailor Moon sometime soon just to like bask in it in the background. Such a cozy thing to have on in the background. Moonlight Denetsu. I always liked how Moonlight Denetsu, it sounded so different as kind of like something twinkly like in a music box, and then it could also sound like really jaunty and upbeat like it is in the main tune, like the main like song for the show. Alright, so we're gonna enter a new Johto code and put to use our new fox gif to cover up the screen. Alright, so Let's see if this works. You've seen it before? It was maybe a month ago? Oh, okay. It's hard for me to keep track. But yeah, this is the island of Catalina that we're flying to. Yeah, that little fox gif is actually like what pops up every time someone follows, but I guess since it's like a vector, like it's like also just really big, so it gets shrunk down at times and then it's also really big at times. Yeah, maybe this flyover will jog my memory on what this town's all about. I can't seem to remember it. Ah, Serenity, thank you for the follow. And the black loading screen of death. Oh! Okay, I think my memory is indeed being jogged. I think I remember it now. Cool. Has your island changed a lot since then? Recognize this island as well, Dinico? Oh, it'll be fun to explore again. This island is also very quirky. I remember just like finding new things at every turn that I was just like jaw dropped about. Ah, thank you, Serenity. That's really sweet of you to say. Beautiful flyover. I agree, and look at the entrance with like the, what do you call these things? Mammoths. We have a very official looking gentleman here to greet us with a gold rose crown. Kind of wearing like a toga type thing, looking like a Greek god almost. Ooh, I see new stuff. You've put new items out because it's like wedding season and I guess you've gotten a lot more of these items. Looks like this character right here has their own like wedding venue out in front. Who lives here? Klaus? Love all the statues and the white wedding furniture, the harps. I'm always super jealous of like all the art when I visit this island. Got the Birth of Venus by Botticelli back there. Oh, Eric! Eric was wandering away from his own home. Something really cool about this town, which I remember, is that basically every villager house has something like super fitting for their aesthetic. Like Eric has the deer themed fossil and he's got like kind of a very cool like log set around his house. So whenever you like enter a villager's yard, it's just totally their aesthetic, which I admire a lot because I feel like it expresses like a lot of love for the villager basically. And so many hybrids too. Look at all the hybrids everywhere. Oh, I think it's interesting that you kind of ended your river mouth, like you didn't continue it. Look at all the hybrid gardens. And we're about to like enter a Zen area, it looks like. Really like what you did with like all the red Zen fencing. And you got all these like Chinese warriors. Because this area, yeah, this area feels very kind of Chinese inspired in particular. Like, there are of course differences in all the cultures, and this to me, like with the warriors out in front and the panda bear, this feels like very China, and it's framed by Drago. Yeah, and Drago's kind of a dragon, which is like an important part of like Chinese symbolism. Ooh, really like the use of those inclines too. So classy. Oh, and hey Devon, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good and had a good week. Happy Friday. Oh, did you recognize Drago's house, Shivi? I really need to update my house exteriors guide again. I've been meaning to for quite a while. Maybe finally this weekend. Look at this little Asian garden back here with the pagodas. Is that how you say that word? Is it pagoda? Wow, everything's like perfectly symmetrical and balanced. Another sort of Zen-inspired arrangement around yet another kind of Zen-inspired house. Who lives here, I wonder? Oh, that's Kabuki's house? Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess you would be right. I mean, you know your town well. But I thought Kabuki would have more of like a red house. He has kind of this tan-looking house that I'm a little surprised by. I usually associate Kabuki with like lots of red. Yeah, what a great yard for Kabuki. And over here, got the Statue of Liberty. This feels very like American with the Papa Johns and the Statue of Liberty, and I think we might even be getting close to like this place where it has like all the presidents, which is really wild. Yeah, look at all these like president photos over here. Kind of reminds me, I mean, there's a place like this in real life, right? Like probably in like the White House, there's a place that like has like all the presidents' portraits and stuff. I wonder if this is just kind of an outdoor homage to that, like just like what you would find in the White House, but in the form of like an Animal Crossing New Horizons garden, basically. So wild. It's really impressive to me that you would use so many pattern slots on this concept alone. Like that must have taken a lot of dedication to do like all those patterns. And I wonder if it goes with this theme. Who lives here? Is this... Let me see where I am on the map and then see who lives there. Apollo! Yes, Apollo is often associated with like the American eagle. Like he's kind of like a bald eagle type of villager that's, you know, kind of the mascot of America, I guess. So that's why he has like all the presidents near him. Restarted my island today, loving my new map. Only had 150 hours, but it wasn't inspired by my old map. Did try with terraforming, my airport was too close to the town hall. Yeah, I hear a lot about that, like with the town hall placement. That can really get you, especially like if we didn't really know about that at the beginning of the game. I do think it's totally valid to like reset for reasons like that. I'm pretty glad that like I'm happy enough with my island. I know that my airport and town hall are a little close together, but I still feel like I can like work with it and make it work. But yeah, look at this space launch pad up here. I like how you have your own little Cape Canaveral, basically like a NASA station. Got your like control room over here, mission control, with the gnome running mission control. And then the actual place where like the launch happens. Got all the equipment, like this is maybe where maintenance goes down. Gotta get up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna lurk and enjoy the cozy vibes while I get ready for bed. Thanks for being such a great community. Oh, Robin, thanks so much for hanging out. I know you do have a later time zone than me. And have a great night and get some good rest for your early morning tomorrow. So this kind of, oh yeah, Kiki's delivery service. This must be where Kiki lives, and part of the reason why Kiki has the name that she does is because she looks a lot like the cat from Kiki's delivery service, so I feel like this is mostly like an homage to Kiki's delivery service with like the black cat, and you've got Kiki over here, and it's kind of like witchy with the sorts of like witchy items and books, the moons and everything. Oh, I love it. Even this area over here with like all the black is kind of like a witchy vibe to go with the feel. There's even like an opening in the fence where you can go over to this graveyard by the lighthouse. Little lighthouse graveyard. It's so fun to see how everyone does their graveyards. Some people like group them together and make a big space, and some people like, you know, line them all up. So many fun themes. Yeah, and a lot of the fun themes are centered around the villagers, which is such a cool way to decorate. Like the idea that you just basically draw so much inspiration from the townies that you have. By the way, I didn't comment on it, but this looks to be like a zoo. It's got the flamingos, got some bears, got tigers, got a little zoo right there. And I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get to the area that's like across from me, but I must have to get to that area some other way, so I'll just go back to this main part of town and keep looking around. Walk through the zoo again. Oh, and hey Rachel, happy Friday. How are you today? Love my 2 starting villagers. Still surprised I did it today. Oh, restarted your town? Well, I think it'll be a good decision for you. You seem happy about it. Right, look at all these garden arrangements. Look how some of them have like lots of hybrids like mixed in with the common flowers. This one by Nook's shop is nice and summery, orange and blue to match the shop itself. Just the perfect color scheme to go with Nook's shop. And then it opens up into this like beachside area that has... Oh, Eric again. Looks like a bit of flower storage on the beach, to be honest, but there is a lifeguard chair. And I love how your museum like has a nod to like several different things that are in the museum, like the bug models, got the fossils, got some art. Yeah, look at all these hybrid gardens, these little patches of hybrids, and it leads up to this area where there's like these 2 giant robots, one black and one gold, with a black garden in front and a gold garden in front. Like, do you all understand the reference here? I'm trying to figure out like what this could be like referring to. It's a good idea to put flowers on the beach. Yeah, it makes such good flower storage because so much that you end up having to do when you're terraforming is maybe like move flowers around that are in the way, so the beach is a great way to try to avoid that because you can't terraform the beach anyways. Power Rangers, Transformers, yeah, something like that. So glad it's the weekend. Oh, I'm happy for you, Rachel. I hope you can relax. Anka has her own like Egyptian area over here. Look at the pyramids and the Egyptian art and all the lucky gold cats. I wonder if Anka is home. Gosh, even her house is so perfect. Look at how it's so yellowy. Oh, so that was kind of a Transformers themed area. Yeah, her house is looking nice and sharp as usual. Anka always has like a really cool house in all the games. Does anyone know if Anka was in Wild World, by the way? Like, I know Anka was actually originally one of the Animal Crossing GameCube Islanders, but I'm trying to remember if she ever had a house in Wild World or if she was introduced in later games. I can't remember. But yeah, the perfect little shrine for Anka. Look at this like college campus setup right here with the gnome teaching the college class. Oh, so perfect. You got your music class, your vending machines. really does feel like a college campus in that way. Like a lot of campuses have like a little park sort of similar to this. Only the best for Anka. Yeah, she's such a cool neighbor. I've never had her before. Yeah, and I guess maybe this is also part of the college campus, a nice little workout zone. You can do some rock climbing and do a little workout. And we're getting close to the Chrissy and Francine area. Sorry to spoil it for you, but I remember this from last time. Look at all these cute pink flowers leading up to Chrissy and Francine's own like inclined area. Got blue on one side for Francine, pink on one side for Chrissy, and a lot of like symmetrical sort of pink and blue items, like blue crescent moon share on one side, pink crescent moon share on the other. It's so Chrissy and Francine. But yeah, this is the Francine side with all the blue flowers and blue items. And then the Chrissy side has all the pink stuff. Oh, and Chrissy's outside in her yard right now. She looks so fitting over here. Like, this is so her vibe. She looks so at home in her house. I've also just really liked the way the house exteriors kind of mirror each other. Let's see if I can get them both in the same shot. You see how the roofs kind of match and the walls kind of match and everything? According to the Animal Crossing wiki, Anka has appeared in every game apart from Wild World. Ah, interesting. I was trying to think if I had ever seen Anka in Wild World, and I kind of didn't think that I had. So it made me like a little suspicious, like, oh, has she been in every other game? Thanks for confirming that for me, Dinigo. Oh, and here's the Hollywood area. I think this area is for Diana, which is really interesting because in the previous town, Diana was given kind of like a spa theme, but in this character, in this town, Diana's been giving a Hollywood theme where you've got your Hollywood, like, Star Road. I don't know what it's called, but is it just the floor of fame, the wall of fame, I don't know what you call it, but I do know that there's these Hollywood stars. Wow, so many pattern slots dedicated to these different characters. Got a little Starbucks cafe under the Hollywood sign. Audrey Hepburn, love her so much. Oh, so it's just called the Walk of Fame, okay. And over here, it's just like lots of fancy bell trees and art. Feels almost like a little bit of a French garden with all the statues and the kind of like symmetrical vibes. I really like the way that it's set up right here where the path changes to like terracotta to be like the entryway into this garden, and then so much of this art is kind of like mirrored on either side for a symmetrical view, like leading up to this piano with the columns on either side. What a cool little like outdoor piano concert area. I love all the artwork outside. Yeah, doesn't it make you a little jealous? Starry Night and Sunday on La Grande Jatte. I don't know how to say it. Mona Lisa. Liberty Leading the People. Night Watch. I can't really say I know this one. And The Birth of Venus. And I have trouble remembering what this one's called. I know it's by Manet though. He was kind of like... This piece was originally like really controversial because it was just like this woman standing there like looking really glum, like looking like she kind of hates her life, and apparently like it was not like a very cool subject matter for the time. I don't know why though. It's so weird what was like considered like controversial in the past. This island is classy as heck. It is. Does anyone know if we're going to get more buildings? I feel like the maps are huge. Unfortunately, it's all speculation. There's definitely a lot of like speculation that they might add more buildings, but there's also, in addition to that speculation, there's also the idea that maybe they could just add to the buildings we already have, like sort of like how that Crazy Red update, we just got an expanded museum, and similarly, like they could just add things like a cafe within the museum itself, or they could give us a whole new building, like who knows. Plus, there's also the idea that we could get a dream suite at some point. I'm kind of counting on it. I think we will. And that might also be either a building that's like off-site, like on a different island we sail to, or it would be kind of cool to put a dream suite in town, honestly. I love the dream suite building. But yeah, such a gorgeous bathroom with like all the black and the misty floor and everything. Oh, you have to go see your parents tonight? sailrrvenus, thank you so much again for submitting your town today, and I hope you have a wonderful time visiting your parents tonight. Hope you have a great weekend, and see you next time. Ooh, I like the music in here. Such a cool use of like this piece of art. Like right here, this is one of the art pieces you can get from Red, paired with like all the golden furniture. Feels very similar to like the Anka vibes we were getting over in Anka's area. Steep hill. Oh, and thank you for all the sweet goodbyes to sailrrvenus. It was really lovely getting to see her island. It's the creator in the kitchen here. I like how you use that art piece with like the still life of the apples to like frame the kitchen. That's such a good choice. And I just love like all the like bright vibes in here, like with all the windows and all the sort of white touches to the furniture. It's so bright and welcoming, and such a nice place to come in here and eat and cook. Very homey. And let's head downstairs and upstairs, see what's going on down here. Oh, I remember this. It's kind of like a downstairs bar slash also like a bit of an arcade or like slot machine area. Love all like the posters on the walls. Such great use of posters in both of these towns we visited here today. Such great uses of gnomes in this town too. And then upstairs, yeah, the gnomes. I've been kind of noticing the gnomes pop up more and more. Like there was a college class over in this town where the gnome was teaching the class, and then down there it looks like a gnome was like sitting alone at the table having a drink. Oh, and upstairs is a bit of a classroom with your extra DIYs. Feel that struggle. Got some graduation capes on the walls. Ooh, I really like this music. Welcome Horizons. This is like the New Horizons theme. And let's head back outside and see if there's anything else to explore in this island before we head out. It is like a really another jam-packed island, starting our first two tours for today, like with such jam-packed islands. I think maybe Elephantman might be like leading me to the next sort of place that I haven't been to yet. I'm such a Sims fan, so I find the gnomes funny in this game. Oh, interesting. I haven't played The Sims. What do the gnomes do in The Sims? Oh, okay. So you're just showing me out. This used to be like where I had my high emote, so I keep accidentally doing bewilderment instead of high, and it's It's really embarrassing, but yeah, here's my hi emote. Thank you so much for having me over, and I'll look forward to seeing the next time I visit your island. It's so cool and inspiring. So many fun areas. Oh, and hi Sarah, happy Friday. Hope you've had a good day today. So in The Sims 4, the gnomes can ruin your harvest feast for Thanksgiving? Interesting. The gnomes are so classic in Animal Crossing. They've been around for a long time. I remember in Wild World, whenever I created like a foresty themed room, I would always like throw in a gnome to be like a little woodland elf or something. Yeah, thank you for submitting your island to Elephantman. It's such a cool take on like all the outdoor furniture that matches with each character that you have in town. So much love for your villagers. And now we have still some more towns to get to on our queue. Oscar and Rage Paint Games are up next. I'll go ahead and check my Twitch whispers to see if anyone sent me a dodo code. No dodo codes yet for future islands, so if you are kind of like in the queue list, like Oscar, Rage Paint Games, and then Shivi and Pikmin, we'll kind of go in that order. I love gnomes and gardens. Oh yeah, I think that's kind of what they're based off of, aren't they? They're based off of garden gnomes. For anyone who didn't make it to the stream yesterday, we did a fun little glitch where we like glitched on top of the 4th level and put a statue up there. I'm thinking I definitely need to kind of fine-tune and make sure I'm super happy with where I place that particular statue, because if they ever patch it, then I can't change it. But yeah, that was really fun yesterday, figuring out how to do that. Shout out to Marowak for telling me how to do it. Oh, good evening, Lenore. Hope you're having a great night. Happy Friday. Okay, like, my character was kind of spazzing out there. There we go. Alright, so I did get a dodo code from Rage Paint Games, so we'll head to their island next. I'm excited to visit because I definitely don't think I've visited this island before. They might patch it, yeah, but it might not be like a really quick patch. They might kind of wait on it. I'm not sure if like the 4th level glitch has gotten quite as much like attention as like the duplication glitches, and plus like the duplication glitches might indeed be more like high priority for them to fix. So I mean, I remain optimistic that like maybe they won't patch it for a little while yet. But it's something that I'm excited about and that I think could enhance my island, so for me the reward outweighs the risk. We'll see if it backfires one day though, but I'm excited about it. Alright, so we're gonna enter the dodo code for Rage Paint Games. Alright, so I hope that this works, and let's take away our little fox. Are your Joy-Cons starting to have the drifting issue? I noticed there was a time they were causing issues a few days ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what Joy-Con drift feels like, but just then with like the column, it felt like I had stopped pressing the button and then it just kept doing it, so I wonder if that was a bit of the Joy-Con drift, I'm not sure. But I definitely didn't intend to rotate that column like a million times. That was like an accident. Oh, cool. I'm glad a few people rewatched the glitch. I hope I can recreate it pretty soon, because I mean, what would truly be a nightmare is if, like, they patched it, like, tonight or something before I managed to duplicate the statue on the other side and make it symmetrical. That would be the worst. The drift is when the joysticks keep moving to the left or right when you're not moving that way. Oh, I think that's what just happened then. Dang. And here I was talking about how I don't think that mine have drift yet, but they must a little bit. Wow, look at this modern looking island. We've got some streets. It kind of feels like the pavement on the side looks like a bit of a sidewalk, alleyway. Oh, I'm excited to explore. Thank you so much for submitting your island rage paint games. I can't wait to take a look around. So scared of getting Joy-Con drift, would be so sad. Yeah, especially like with this cool Animal Crossing Edition Switch, it's a bit of a shame to get drift for something that's such a cool system. Ooh, dressing up as like a staff member. Do you run like some sort of facility in town? Wow, a brand new island to explore. I'm so excited. Look at all these like kimonos and shirts out front. It feels like a bit of a shirt shop. I wonder if that's the reason why she dressed up like with a little lanyard, which is kind of funny because I also work at a place where I have to wear like a little name tag, so I can relate. And she's telling me I can take anything I like, which is really sweet, but at the same time I feel like I would ruin her little shop she's got going on. Maybe the free DIYs, I can check them out. Wooden waistband, I wonder if I have that or not. Oh, I do have it. I'm starting to get quite the DIY collection where I just don't really get as many like things that I need anymore. Oh, so this is the display, I think. I think I get it now. Like, the display is in the back and the actual shirt that you take is in front. So I guess I could take any of those like kimonos if I wanted to. Which one is most fitting for Glyneth? Maybe this green one? But I can always give it back to you when I'm done with the tour. Joy-Con drift is crazy. They disconnect and freeze all the time. Just a few months ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does seem to happen quite randomly. For some people quite quickly, and then for others it takes a while. But yeah, it does seem like maybe I'm experiencing my first instances of it. Oh, I remember Genji's house. I had Genji as my original jock. It was actually kind of hard to let Genji go. I got kind of attached to him. So it's fun to see him in this town with his own both zen and also just like very jock sort of yard. This town has so much personality. Look at these roads taking you from place to place to the town hall. Oh, you got a Jurassic Park flag. Oh, you were also feeling the green one for Glyneth K? Oh, you can send them to Nintendo to get the Joy-Con drift fixed. I haven't heard about that a lot. Thanks for the tip, Rachel. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather today, Sarah, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the towns too. We've had a few nice ones already, and then this one's like also super nice with all the modern roads. I wonder what this is. Is this like a tunnel? Kind of reminds me of like you know, you're driving under a tunnel, like there's like a little archway right here, and you pass through the tunnel. Either that or like just railroad tracks in general. Like we went from modern roads to like a railroad track. Ah, so cool. Ah, and you've got some cute townies. Let me see what your villagers are. Got Genji, Drago, Blanche, Tia, Pico, Kabuki, Chester, Gladys, Ken, and Octavian. I do see like a lot of Zen sort of style villagers, which this is really interesting to me in a sense of like it's both Zen and modern. Like look at how this house over here, which I think is Octavian's, it's like perched on this modern street, but at the same time it has like all the Zen architecture style vibes to it. That's such a neat combination of like putting two aesthetics together. The most common like Zen theme that I saw back in the day, like back in the New Leaf days, was the more like traditional Zen aesthetic that had like the Zen lanterns and that sort of thing, but this is like a modern Zen town, which is so cool. Look at this little like arcade perched on top of the river. The river has a very like real life sort of feel to it. As much as we love our Animal Crossing winding rivers, sometimes in real life, I mean, this is kind of what they look like. They tend to be really straight, maybe like bordered by fencing and things. I'm just talking about like some of the classic rivers I see like in cities like this, the sort of rivers that would like have harbors on them and ships. And she's saying small train station. Oh, was that like a train station up there? Like with the waiting area to go and catch your train? Ah, interesting. Our island is based off of the Japan trip we were supposed to take, but couldn't due to COVID. Interesting. What a unique sort of like town inspiration, drawing inspiration from a trip you could not take. I love kind of the natural flower arrangements that I just wandered through right here, like with all the different color hybrids. And I'm kind of wondering like how I should explore the town. Right now I've been roaming a lot on this side. And there is kind of like another side to the river, like across that river there, so maybe I should continue exploring this side. Or also feel free to lead me around if you think that that would be a better way for me to explore, if you'd like to kind of lead the tour. Alright, so we've arrived at our first house. And this is an example of what you can do with the simple panels, which, you know, I've also been kind of inspired to play around with my Greek theme. You can kind of like create a pattern on simple panels and then have it try to represent something that you would have trouble doing otherwise. In this case, it's like lots of windows. It says that it's a school, which is so fitting with like the soccer ball in front. And the little park and the bikes parked. Nice little school. I wonder what classrooms are inside. Well first, before you get to the classrooms, you gotta have your place to stow away your book bags. This is like the locker room. Oh god, this is bringing back memories. It's been a little while since I've been in high school, but yeah, this is what it's like. Rows and rows of lockers, plus like the trophies for like sports teams and stuff, the vending machines. It's so perfect. I remember Happy Home Designer had quite a few like school themed sorts of things that you could do, and I never thought to do like a locker room like that in Happy Home Designer. So this is the science class. You got your star chart, your lab experiments, your anatomy, your microscopes. I always had so much trouble with anything that had to do like a microscope. I had such trouble trying to get the microscopes to show me anything that was in a petri dish. I don't know why I found that so difficult. I never played enough Happy Home Designer. I feel like something else good came out at a similar time. Yeah, I could have played more Happy Home Designer myself, but I was kind of still into like the main series games. I've always been just almost too into the main series Animal Crossing games to get into the spin-offs like Pocket Camp and Happy Home Designer. Like, I would rather play something that's a bit more full of a game. Plus, I was really intimidated by Happy Home Designer having like 400 houses to design. But yeah, if I had to guess, maybe this one just feels like more of a traditional lecture hall or like a history room. Feels a bit more classic than like the science lab, just a general sort of classroom. And then over here in the right, I wonder if we're gonna find a cafeteria. I kind of feel like the locker room reminded me of the possibility of like a cafeteria. Ah, is this like the art class? Do your sculpting and just kind of feels like a cozy art class with the paint sets and the easel and everything. Oh, I love it. I definitely took lots of art classes when I was in school. Pretty much from 6th grade all the way up to 12th grade, I was always taking an art class. We don't speak of Amiibo Festival here. Yeah, well, I have trouble even considering that like a spin-off. Like, that's, there was so little effort put into Amiibo Festival. And downstairs, kind of wondering what this is. Is this like the teacher lounge? Because it's got like lots of laptops and kind of messiness. Like maybe it's away from like the official classrooms and it's more of like the teacher lounge. Oh, I got it. I'm so happy. I'm so good. Either that, you know, of course, you could see it as either I'm good at interpreting or you're just good at designing and making it super obvious what everything's going for. Amiibo Festival isn't even considered by the Animal Crossing community. Yeah, we just don't talk about it. Oh, and this right here kind of feels like the top of the school, which I never really went to any of the tops of my schools, but I know it's like in a lot of anime. Like sometimes there's like a school in an anime and then like people go off to like the rooftop of the school to hang out. That's kind of what this reminds me of. But yeah, the rooftop. Such a cool idea. Oh, you rate Amiibo Festival 8 out of 10, Pikmin? I didn't really think a whole lot of the board game because the board game just didn't have enough to it as far as strategy goes, or at least like fun silliness, like mini games like Mario Party. But there was like a fun trivia game, and there was the Desert Island Escape. But then they added Desert Island Escape to New Leaf, so to me that just depleted Amiibo Festival's value even more. That like you could play like the best game from it in New Leaf. Wow, look at this rainbow garden. It goes from white to pink to blue. Just all the colors of the rainbow, and it's so satisfying because it fills your whole vision. Like from top to bottom, your vision is just filled with these rainbow flowers. And it's another river mouth that someone didn't continue. I find that so interesting as someone that hasn't really started their river forming yet, and I guess if you don't want to have a river mouth lead into a river, you don't have to. You can just have it kind of end there. And look at the beach. I love the cozy sorts of items you have scattered around. Some sandals next to a towel. One good thing came out of it, cute amiibos. Yeah, pretty much the creator of Animal Crossing said that was pretty much why they did it. They were like, we wanted amiibo for Animal Crossing, so we made Amiibo Festival. That was pretty much the gist of it. I just found my old AC Festival amiibos and got Stitches to visit. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have my amiibos on a shelf over there. I think I happen to have like Celeste on my desk for some reason. I don't know why I have her here, but I do. Just scanned some of my villagers through amiibo cards just to see them in HD and worked on the board game town and was done with it. Oh, same. I also decorated my board game town. You know me, if there's any sort of decorating, like I'm gonna get into it. I decorated my board game town a bit. So by the shops, I really like kind of the alleyway vibe of like perching the trash cans and the vending machines in between the alley. And like all the parking spots in front of the shops, it's so perfect. Even got some like hats displayed, which is really cool. And then the incline takes you up to, oh, is this the other side of the train station? I seem to remember there was another place just like this on the other side of town. And so it just makes sense that there would be two stations and the train would go back and forth between the two stations. Nice little like ticket booth area, waiting area to go and catch your train. This looks so nice. I agree. Such a well done town and well executed theme. I always appreciate seeing like new themes that I haven't before, and I can't say I've seen such like a modern take on a Zen theme. Oh, but speaking of Zen, I mean, this is more of a traditional Zen garden, what I associate with Zen towns. Look at these intricate patterns to kind of be like the sand gardens. I've seen these before in real life. It's so cool to see them so well depicted in Animal Crossing. And just the stepping stones are perfect. Leading up to this archway that'll take you into perhaps a Zen restaurant? I don't know, we'll have to see what's there. Really like the gardening out front too. Like you could definitely pull off both the natural aesthetic and the urban aesthetic as you're showing with like all this fancy gardening out front. Alright, so let's see what's in here. I love the sand patterns. Best Zen garden I've seen. Oh yeah. I've never seen sand patterns like that before. It's really cool to think that that's been made in this game. I never even saw that in New Leaf either, really. There was like a Zen garden public work in New Leaf, which I think they might have gotten rid of, but do y'all remember that Zen garden that was one of the public works? Let me see if she mentioned what this one is. Oh, so this is a hotel. So this is like the hotel lobby where I'd come in, get a room. Yes, I'd like a one-room bedroom, please. The Zen garden probably goes really well with the Cherry Blossom Festival too. Oh yeah. I wonder if that's maybe when you would update this town for the Dream Suite, was like during Cherry Blossom Festival. And to the left we've got like the spa room. It is pretty common like in a lot of these like hotel sort of vibes. But there's like a spa room. The detail in all of this is amazing. It is. And plus, the whole theme of this town is based off of like a trip that the player wasn't able to go on. So you can just imagine like all the personal touches. Perhaps this is the hotel that they were meant to stay at, but you know, could never go on that trip. Hopefully you'll be able to go later though, like maybe another year. This kind of feels like the backyard of a hotel, very elegant. I really like the way the screens are like framing the entire area. It's like a kind of fenced in area in the outdoors, which is so cool. Wow, I really like that. I like that a lot. Gonna take a little mental note. Gonna lurk and chill while enjoying all these awesome islands. Still not feeling too good. Oh, I'm sorry, Helly. I hope you start to feel better. It stinks hearing about all the people that aren't feeling good today. And over here, wow, I love the colors. Look at all the browns and greens. I'm so obsessed with these like tea room walls, like with the round windows. They're the best. It does really remind me of like a traditional tea shop or something, but more than a tea shop. I guess it's also just kind of a cafe in general. Gosh, it's so well done. I love the colors. I love the vibes. Let me like feign like I'm sitting down here to eat, about to get served. She's cooking me some food. Look at the light shining on the plates and everything. Ah, so cool. The round windows are so cute. Yeah, they remind me of little hobbit holes. I do plan on using the tea room walls in various places around town. I need to do some more interior design, but at the same time, like, something I have trouble with interior design is I just don't know if it translates super well to stream, because a lot of what I end up doing when I'm interior designing is I just go in the tank, so to say, where I'm just like really concentrating on furniture placement, and it's kind of a tough thing to like make an engaging stream, so that's part of why I've been neglecting interior design so much. Maybe it's something that I can do every now and then and try to do a lot of it off stream. So this kind of feels like the bedroom area. Like, I really like how it's not your traditional hotel room. There's kind of like several beds in one corner and then more in like another. Kind of feels like a girls section and a boys section, perhaps, designated by like the pink and blue with a little hallway in between. Wow, such creative uses of like these screens, of the way these rooms are divided. Just the theme pulled together so well of this Zen hotel. And I think maybe just have to go upstairs too. Oh, look at all these shoes by the doorway too. Gotta take your shoes off before you go inside. And then upstairs, is it like a bit of a cafe eating area? Because you got the hearth and then the pillows out in front of the hearth. Oh, look at these panels over here, these yellowy sunny panels. Maybe a bit of a laundry room as well as a place to go and sit and hang out by the hearth. Oh, it's a suite room. Oh, okay. Well, that was a really well done hotel. Even the school was really well done too. How many characters do you have? I'll have to go and look that up. Oh, and hi, Maybelle. Oh, it's good to see you. Happy Friday. How are you today? So, on the map, looks like we got Signe, which I haven't visited them yet. Oh, I haven't visited that house yet either. But I've visited the school and so maybe I have visited Cricket. Is that the school up there? I guess I'll just have to look around and see, but there are several character houses here. Oh, what a neat entrance again too. I'm really relishing seeing this Zen garden once again. Oh, it's so well done. Oh my god. Oh, the little duck by the pond. Hope my letter found you. What letter are you referring to, Maybelle? You mean like in-game? I'll have to check my mailbox later. The castle or the museum. Oh, you know me, I love castles. I remember back before I realized you could kind of create a fake castle out of silos and simple panels. I was totally gonna design like a house that was very similar to this. Like if you're gonna design a medieval style house, it's gotta have like the sort of heavy door that kind of has like iron touches on it. It's gotta be like stone and cobble. Perfect. Can't wait to explore. Oh, so it's kind of like a Zen castle. I bet if you had that particular customization from the New Leaf days and New Horizons, you probably would have made some use of it. But again, such creative use of like features like these rugs to kind of like fence in the mossy garden. Like there's like this boardwalk around the mossy garden. Such a cool little like courtyard for your castle essentially. I've really liked to do that with some of my castles too over the years. Like in a New Leaf, I like to make the main room like a courtyard usually. And this feels like a bit of like the throne room. You've got your golden wand and your golden seat. This wallpaper is gorgeous, and so are those golden screens. Ah, such a well done like throne room, golden room with the golden leaves. Oh, Medane. Yeah, matching with Glyneth today, wearing a blonde and green. So, Rage Pain Games is also kind of naming what the rooms are. That main room we wandered into was like an indoor garden, and then the gold room, and then this back here is like the tea room. You can sit and kind of have a nice meditative cup of tea. Such a gorgeously designed room as well, with like all the browns. Feels really realistic to maybe a room you would find in real life. It just feels so immersive. Gonna go for a walk. Oh, enjoy your walk, Kay. That sounds like a wonderful idea. I wanted to go for a run after work and then like have time to take a shower before stream, but again, my feet hurting after work kind of got to me and I ended up laying down instead. Kind of mad at myself. Wanted to go on a little run after work. So this is the art room, which is really cool. I like how you use the masks to be like maybe sculptures, or just the fact that masks can be art as well. And look at all the paintings. The pottery and sewing is art as well. Such a nicely done, like, kind of art exhibit. And we'll pop downstairs and upstairs as well. Oh, and downstairs is a samurai display. Got like some of the samurai armor. Can't remember if the samurai suit item that was in past games is like in this one or not. It seems like not, because otherwise you would probably definitely have it in here. Do y'all remember that samurai item that like Gulliver used to give you, I think? But yeah, what a cool room. You're so good at like both interior design and exterior design. It's really inspiring. Don't feel bad. See it as taking care of your knees. Yeah, fortunately I don't have any knee issues yet, but some of my coworkers do complain about their knees. Ah, Kimono Room. This is so creative. Look at all the kimono stands back there, and each little kimono stand has items in front that kind of match each kimono stand. The wisteria purple, the pink, the red, the turquoise, the green. And then this is where all the sewing of the kimonos happens. Oh, so gorgeous. I love your designing. I really feel like I have gone like on a trip to Japan or trip to wherever you were gonna go. Such a nice use of inclines and fences too. Like this probably took up a lot of space to do that many fencing and inclines close together. Passing by Genji's house again. Oh, and I don't think I've seen this area yet. Love all like the lanterns, the Zen lanterns leading up to the beach. Little bamboo forest. Yeah, there's tons of like bamboo on either side of the path too, and there's like a little opening in the fence where you can kind of wander amongst the bamboo. Who lives here? Kin? My doctor advice to me is to bike instead of run, just following his instructions. Oh, interesting. So it's your doctor's advice was that running can be bad for your knees? That's good to know. You had to map it out on graph paper first? Wow. I was kind of trying to do stuff like that. I have a gridded map of my island, but I haven't used it as much as I thought I would because I kind of like to see what stuff is going to look like in game as I terraform, and it's hard to do that on like graph paper, but I definitely hats off to you for graphing it out first. I really admire that. Got your little parking lot for scooters and cars. And this is the entrance to the museum. Get a nice faraway view of it. Love your incline setup. Your town definitely has that kind of like mapped out on graph paper sort of feel to it though. Like just the use of inclines and the exact placement of everything. The fact that it must have taken a lot of planning to, you know, plan out these large roads and where they're going to intersect, where they're going to branch off to new areas. I can really see the planning and everything. Oh, I love stuff like this, guys. I love creative uses of like the terraforming and the stalls perched up on top. A bustling urban street right here. With all these vendors, likely the sort of place where the vendors would try to track you down to try their samples or like get you to shop at their little wares. And what did I arrive to back here? A little like outdoor cafe. Plus a neighbor's living up here too, Tia. Tia runs our little tea shop. Oh, perfect. Outdoor cafe. Oh, and it's nicely mirrored too. Like you made this bustling urban street like mirrored on the other side and then connected by this bridge, which is so realistically fenced in by all these fences. Like, I love that so much because in real life you would probably totally fence off a river so that people couldn't just fall in, but I never do it in Animal Crossing because you want to like fish along the river, and plus you don't have to worry about falling in Animal Crossing. But I love the realism and I love the balance. I love how it really does feel like a bustling urban street with everything you added. I think this is my favorite area. Either that or that Zen garden, but this is definitely up there. Ah, it's interesting. This house is kind of like borderline inaccessible. I guess you can still kind of scooch in there. Little construction zone. Alright, but I think she's waiting for me to go and visit the last house. Let's see what's in here. Look at the dragon, or not the dragon, I guess people call it Godzilla, but it's a dragon in my heart. The dragon and the robot. So intricately designed. I can tell that every square was intentional. Yeah, and you gotta appreciate stuff like that. I really admire it as someone who's also gone to lengths to often make gridded maps of my town. I can really appreciate it. Oh, stop, Beth. Your interior design is gorgeous. The island is so intricately designed and decorated. It's super impressive. I agree. Thank you so much for submitting it. It looks like here we're in an arcade, which Totally love the floor, giving me serious like 90s bowling alley vibes, like with the carpet that's really kitschy and colorful and kind of tacky and all the best ways. Probably lots of junk food here and flashing lights and silly music and games. I can already kind of remember visiting stuff like this when I was a kid. I haven't been to a place like this in a while. I got a knee surgery, so I worry about people's knees. I played basketball in high school. Oh, I also played basketball most of my life, Medane. That makes me happy. We can relate to each other in that way. I played basketball from elementary school all the way up till high school. And I totally know what you mean about basketball. There's so much, like, diving on the floor you have to do to, like, get the ball. And, yeah, my knees would get so beat up. Like, they would just be constantly, like, beaten and bruised. I never even wore knee braces or anything either. No knee brace, no ankle brace. I was just out there in my shorts and my socks. But yeah, that's so cool. Oh, and hey, Moria. Happy Friday. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, Moria. We're exploring a pretty Japanese island right now, or I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say Japanese, because I don't know exactly. But this feels like a bit of a library. Sorry for all the viewpoint changes. A mixture of both a library and also, like, there's some merch. You got Aerith's uniform up there. You got Totoro. Sailor Moon. So it's kind of like a manga store or something. Like, there's elements of pop culture up here. I can't say I know every reference, but I recognize Aerith, I recognize Sailor Moon, I recognize Totoro, and this feels like a classic, like, anime school uniform or something. Perfect manga shop, manga, however you say it. My pronunciation is awful, we all know this. I have a hard time picking things out for my home decor. I recommend checking out Harvey's Island if you're having trouble with it, because it can be hard to, like, design a room with the catalog limit in this game, but Harvey's Island is a great way. You can just go in and see everything you got in one go. So this is a Persona 5 reference. I haven't played Persona 5, I've played Persona 4. I can't say I get the reference, but I'm sure any of you in chat that have played Persona 5 probably get it. Feels kind of eerie and a little spooky. Octavian has aliens in his house, so it's blocked off. Oh god, I've got to see Octavian's house now. The arcade's nice when it's dark out. I can imagine, because I'm sure it, like, lights up in a cool way when it's dark. This island is so different but cool. Never really seen anything quite like it. It's so interesting to see. Yeah, and I definitely see, like, what this town is doing, and I really appreciate it. And I will say, if, like, you ever kind of want to accomplish something similar to what this town is doing, like, this is drawing inspiration from something, like, in real life. Like, this is drawing inspiration from something that actually exists in the world. And so you can kind of accomplish something similar if you take something either from, like, a book or TV show or real life and basically try to recreate it. Because you can go so many different ways with towns, and sometimes towns are purely aesthetic and they aren't trying to tell a story. But this town is almost trying to, like, tell a story with, like, every house, every turn you take in town. And that's because of the theme. Oh, and hi, Kath. Yeah, we're visiting Rage Paint Games Island right now. I played basketball as well. Definitely interesting. Still got a mark on my knee. Yeah, my knees have cleared up, but I'm glad you all know what I mean about your knees taking a beating in basketball. Oh, I'm a little nostalgic about it. It was a big part of my life once upon a time. Doing great. Already had my bowl of ice cream and poured a glass of wine, ready for the weekend. Oh, that sounds lovely, Moria. Great to see you. Harv's helped me so much with sorting out my rooms. Yeah, it's so useful for that. I need to go there sometime to sort out some more of my rooms. I was the person who always got injured. I never had so many nosebleeds in my life. Oh, I feel like there is that person a part of like every sports team, the one that like always gets injured. That wasn't me, fortunately. I've actually, like, I've never had a broken bone. I've never had like a serious sprain, but I mean, yeah, I got my share of bruises playing basketball. So downstairs, it kind of feels like a more casual cafe. I'm getting kind of casual vibes from like the seating, and feels like a bit of a mixture of like a breakfast coffee shop, but also very casual as well. Really well designed. I love it. Oh, and hey Trial Orc, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Wish there was sushi to put in here. Yeah, there used to be sushi in New Leaf. Why'd they get rid of it? You all are talking about getting hit by the basketball in your face. Oh, that never happened to me either. Just a shame some of the room dimensions aren't the same for upstairs. Yeah, I have tried to use Harvey's Island for both the main room and the side rooms, but I pretty much give up at using Harvey's room to design these sorts of rooms, the ones that are long, because I don't really see a good way to map it out on Harvey's Island, so I guess you're kind of on your own with these long rooms. But I like to use Harvey's for the other sorts of rooms. But upstairs is a bar and a game room. You can play some pool and grab a drink. I love the bar patterns on the wall there. So dingy and perfect. Is there enough room for me to put my town on the visit list? Yeah, I think so. We've got Oscar, which I admit Oscar might have to like speak up and chat because I haven't heard from them in a while, so I'm not sure if they're really technically in the queue anymore. But Oscar and Shivi and Pikmin, so not too many in the queue. All right, have I seen everything already? Because I tend to go like this way, this way. Yeah, I think I've seen everything in this house now. It's always kind of sad almost when you finish like a house in this town or finish exploring it, because it's always so fun to see everything. Person who always gets injured. Oh, was that you, Jay? You too, Beth. Oh, congrats on your copy of Animal Crossing coming in today, Kath. Are you going to start to play it today? Are you going to start your new island? You're one lucky athlete. Yeah, and I didn't just play basketball. I also played like, I ran on cross country. I was pretty active in school and never once got an injury. More of these like lovely garden arrangements. I love how you incorporated weeds into your gardens. Like, I love that so much because I kind of plan to do the same thing, and I think it has such a cool effect to see like a flower next to a weed. It adds so much visual interest. And also, how did you get these fully grown weeds on your beach? I didn't even know that was possible, because I didn't think things grew on the beach. So if you try to plant a weed there, how does it grow? But yeah, that's really cool to see. Weeds grow on the beach? Oh, I didn't realize that. I'll have to try that out. Oh, and enjoy your lurk, Pikmin. Thanks for hanging out. The worst was spraining my finger. Oh, that sounds awful, Beth. And then it goes also like, I've never broken a bone yet. Oh, so you are starting your island tonight, Kath? That's so exciting. I'm happy for you. Look at this beautiful like pier area to go and do some fishing. Feels very realistic to what we use the pier for in the game. Like it's pretty much just for fishing. Oh, changed into a fishing outfit. Let me go and buy some stuff from your little fish shop. I'll take one of the squids. Oh, what are you changing into now? Oh, back to the kimono. Oh, so I've seen it all now? That's so sad. Thank you so much for the lovely tour, though. So inspiring, so well done. Oh, a few little cozy spots I might have missed here and there, like this spot to go and lounge by the beach. Wow, thank you so much for submitting your island. It was really, really cool to see. By the way, here's like a little example of someone whose town hall is not lined up with their airport but still made it work. I don't know, sometimes I like to highlight different town hall placements because I feel like that can be kind of a source of angst for a lot of people, and I just kind of want to show how different things can work. Yeah, I'm gonna fly back now. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, and do you want me to drop my kimono again? I guess you did mention that you could reorder it. Oh, that Jurassic Park theme. Oh, that sounds terrible too, Jay. So weeds will sprout on the beach, but flowers won't. Ah, good to know. Oh, thanks for the hype and love for this town and chat too. And thank you so much for the gift of the kimono, basically. A nice little souvenir. I do almost feel like I kind of went on a trip to your island in a way, so it's nice to have a souvenir in that way. And it looks like I do have a Johto code from Shivi, which is really cool. I hope that the Johto code is still active. Shivi says, my island's a big work in progress. I have to move a lot of flowers and decorate, but I finally got it to 5 stars. Ooh. It should be a fair amount more developed than last time we visited. So some of you might remember Shivi from like a past island tour stream, but Shivi's made a lot of updates and gotten up to 5 stars, which is really cool. So we'll head to that Dodo code soon. Oh, hi Sahara. Sahara just like hanging out right at the entrance here to say hi to me. I'm a little curious. I never remembered to check yesterday, but I got up to 4 stars, and that's tempted me to start working to 5 because 4 stars just feels so close. And one of the things Isabel says is to pick up things, so I'm a little curious with having just built 2 new inclines, like what if I did get up to 5 stars and I just gotta pick everything up, so I'm kind of excited. For a moment I thought Amy was on my island because that's my town tune. Yeah, Pika also has Jurassic Park as her town tune. Yeah, wasn't it beautiful, Rachel? I loved it. Alright, so we're gonna go and enter Shivi's Dodo code. And then after Shivi, the queue is dwindling, so if you wanted me to visit your town again, Rachel, we could probably take a visit there too. Maybe finish up with Rachael and Pikmin. Alright, so while I enter the Dodo code, I'm going to put back up the Fox GIF thing again. I could probably try to make the Fox GIF a little smaller. It's maybe a little excessive. I guess it does cover up the keyboard though. G... Oh, I'm starting to read it aloud. Alright. So this is Taro Town. keep it big. It's so cute. Oh, I'm glad you all like it. It's definitely a bit more personality than something like a black box or black bar. Oh no! Was that me? Or was that... I guess it doesn't matter who it was. What a shame. Should I try the dodo again, or do you think the dodo would have reset? I recently changed my town tune to the Path of the Wind from Totoro. It's so cute. Yeah, that one's really good too. In Wild World, I really enjoyed making a lot of my different Wild World towns, like have the Studio Ghibli themes running through them, and I think I used both Totoro for one, and I used Spirited Away for another. And I think for another one I used Princess Mononoke. It's a little bit of my tradition when it comes to like a main town though, to like come up with something that's almost like a translation of an actual music piece that maybe no one else has like translated to Animal Crossing before. Like in New Leaf, my town Citaloon, I did the Rivendell theme, which was something I had to just, you know, translate myself in a way, but in this one I tried to do Prelude to the Afternoon of a Fawn by Debussy, or however you say his name. And it didn't really come out super well, so I've been meaning to change it, but at the same time, like, it's pretty low on my priorities. There's like a lot of stuff that's on my to-do list that's pretty low on my priorities, unfortunately. Another one is maybe even to make like a better town flag. I made these like kind of pink and purpley town flags a while ago, and then I kind of liked the idea of making the tree like sideways instead of like front and center, and then maybe putting something like a waterfall right here, since I have so many waterfalls in town, and then putting stars overhead. And anyway, I was just gonna make it like look a bit fancier, but I never... It's so hard to prioritize like every little thing you need to do. And I probably should clear out the catalog party patterns at some point. It's kind of cute having so many friends' names in here though. Oh, bye Medane. Thank you so much for hanging out today. It was fun to talk with you about like basketball and everything. And see you next time. Princess Mononoke is your favorite, Ginger? That's one of mine too. My big three is Spirited Away, Totoro, and Princess Mononoke. Those are my top three favorites. So Shivi reopened for friends, so we won't do it via Dodo code this time. Hopefully we won't have another connection error, another Rossetti. Debussy is one of my favorite classical composers. Yeah, he is so good. He also did Clair de Lune. I really do like his compositions. Alright, so let's try to fly to Taro Town again. Mine are Princess Mononoke, Totoro, and Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, I like Howl's Moving Castle too, but I admit my top three. Like, my top three would be swapping Spirited Away for your Howl's Moving Castle. Alright, so let's see how Taro Town's been updated since last time. One of the iconic things about this town, there's like this campsite that's like perched up on an incline, and all around the campsite are like Celeste space items. I look forward to showing you all. I think that's a really iconic part of Taro Town, is the campsite up in space. Spirited Away, Mononoke, and Kiki are your faves, Shivi? Yeah, Kiki, I mean, so many of those Studio Ghibli movies are lovely and amazing. I like Kiki's delivery service too, but the ones that I named, Totoro, Spirited Away, and Princess Mononoke, like, I love Princess Mononoke for being so big. Like, it's just feels so epic, like this epic story, and the soundtrack just feels so momentous. Like there's something very like orchestral and heavy about like a lot of the music in that movie. And Totoro, even though it feels a bit more slice of life, there's something about the journey those girls go through and just the story and everything that just really touches me. Like I almost cry every time I watch Totoro. And Spirited Away is just one of the most creative pieces of art like I've ever seen. It represents like so many cool things. So I do love all those movies for different reasons. So here we are in Taro Town. I do appreciate the way the entrance like has the incline. I don't really see that a lot, but it's a really cool entrance to Taro Town. And oh, Lolly and Tangy's wedding! Isn't that cute? I assume that one of these houses belongs to Lolly and the other house belongs to Tangy. And then, oh, I thought there was another house. Let me go see. So Lolly is right there and Tangy's right there, yeah. So on either side of Lolly and Tangy's house, there's like a little bridge and then a wedding set in front. So cute. Excited for the new Ghibli film coming out in winter. Oh, exciting. I didn't really know about it, to be honest. They're all just so beautiful. I agree. I mean, even some of the ones that aren't my tip-top favorites are super lovely too, like Castle in the Sky. Look at these whimsical hybrid arrangements and gardens and waterfall towers. The first Ghibli film to use CGI, so I wonder how it's gonna look. Ah, interesting. So this feels like another bit of like a villager neighborhood that also has like an outdoor patio feel, like a European cafe or something. Animal City works so well. Like I really need to make a note of this. Like if I have some sort of cafe or outdoor shopping area, I need to put Animal City out there. It's the perfect song for that. Thoughts on Weathering with You? I haven't seen that. I think I have missed a few Ghibli films here and there. Haven't seen Cat Returns. Oh, and you've got Leaf here today. And again, I really like what you did with your plaza. I think I complimented this last time. I like all the brick in front of your town hall plaza, really making it work. Because I get kind of frustrated by my brick plaza and the fact that it's so big and clunky, but you really embraced it. European cafe was what you were going for? Oh, I'm glad, Shivi. I'm glad you put it together so well that I just guessed it right off the bat. Oh, I love this beach house location. It's such a good spot for this house. Oh, and hi, Random Penguin, by the way. I saw you came in and jumped into conversation and I didn't actually, like, officially say hi. Ooh, love the marbly touches in here. The white musical instruments. Perfect. My house is so messy, filled with DIYs. Yeah, I'll try to just see through the DIYs, see the decorating underneath. Didn't know Animal City was a song. Yeah, it's kind of one of the new ones. I'm trying to pick out the theme for this room. My first thought was cafe because of the cafe wall, but then I saw like all the black furniture. I guess it's still like somewhat of a kitchen. It's a very interesting kitchen though. Like it feels a little gloomy in a good way. Oh, you were just storing in here? Oh my god. Why am I so dumb? Like I'll just like try to overanalyze a room and then it'll just be like, oh, it's storage. forgot about the antique furniture. Yeah, the antique furniture in black is so nice. Is KK Adventure new? I don't think so. I think that's an old classic. Aw, this song. Where's the music coming from? I don't see a music player. Where is it? Yeah, I agree, Jay. I thought she was going for like a cafe. Love the rainy vibes in here. So dark and mysterious. Little lab up in the rain. And again, this main entrance hall is just goals, like with all the marble and everything. And let's see what's over here. Oh, I remember this room, the perfect like showroom for a pianist doing a concert. If I were you, I would maybe even think about like putting KK Sonata in here to like, because KK Sonata is like a piano song and it would kind of sound like someone was playing the piano. And let's pop downstairs and upstairs. So downstairs, I remember this. It always kind of reminds me of a sleepover down here, even though because it's a Zen theme, it's probably much more than a sleepover, but it still kind of reminds me of that with like the little light glowing in the dark and the things that remind me of sleeping bags but are really futons. Okay, welcome back from your walk. I hope it was a lovely one. It's still kind of light technically where I'm at. I could probably, if I ended stream in the next few hours, maybe still go on my run. Ooh, look at all the stars. I love how they move. It's so trippy. Kind of feels like the ocean at night, like just the dreaminess of if you could like live out on the ocean with the starry sky up above. Like this is exactly what it would look like. So dreamy. Definitely one of my favorite like unusual combinations of like exotic stuff with like water flooring with starry skies. Such a gorgeous combination. Oh, you remember that, Beth? That I had a hard time putting my finger on that word last week? And Shivi's a pianist, so wanted to make an allusion to that, to playing the piano in that piano showroom. Oh, I love that. Oftentimes I make my towns so based off of like a theme, which to me is still personal in a way because it's creating something that I'm inspired by. Like I'm putting together rooms and outdoor furniture and arrangements that inspire me theme-wise, but sometimes I regret that so little of like what I decorate actually reflects my actual real life, like a room that I would actually live in real life. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is a part of town that I've always considered such a highlight, such a whimsical creative theme. These two inclines leading you up to the campsite up in the space, complete with like a UFO and a moon and a satellite up here. Ah, so perfect. And over here you got the patio with the DJ table. That always reminds me a little bit of the popular vaporwave aesthetic. The walk was nice, a little warm, but our AC just got fixed today. Ooh. I'm sorry that you had AC problems, but that's good that the AC is cooling you down. I know what you mean about those hot days that make it hard to kind of exercise, but it's good that you pushed through and did your walk anyways. no, it's not a disaster, Shivi. You have so many cool themes and ideas going on, and you got to 5 stars. I love this little spot right here with the bench perched between the street light and the tree and everything. It's such a nice pattern arrangement. Oh yeah, and hi Shimmer. I think I saw you do a host earlier. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing good. Oh, and Shivi said something about how this is like a reference to a TV show. Let me pull up the chat. Scene from Parks and Rec. I haven't seen that show. Yeah, I really like this little symmetrical garden you've got going on with like all the branching paths this way and that. Ooh. Yeah, I'm always so impressed every time I see people do such cool things with the in-game paths, like the fact you can create these little, they look like clovers almost to me, or like little diamonds, little fluffy diamonds. Working on my town, but happy with how it's turning out. That's always a good feeling. I've started to run into that feeling more and more lately myself, that like I'm happy with how certain areas are going, and it's a nice little like confidence boost for me. Ah, nice little like oceanside cafe. So creative. The fact that you perch these lanterns on the rocks, almost like they're practically at sea, those lanterns are. And a nice little sitting spot over there too. Aw, Phoebe! I feel like Phoebe works so well with your town. I can't even articulate why, but Phoebe just vibes here. And feels like more kind of beginnings of like villager gardens and villager farming arrangements. Parks and Rec is one of my favorite shows. Oh, so did you get the reference, Cosmic Peachy? Ah, this is like a little painting studio out here. I have been wondering a little bit like what I could do with these rocks. I'm a little unsure about it. I've planned a lot of aspects of my island, but there are some things that just haven't crossed my mind, and how to use like the little rocks is one of them. Oh, there's your secret beach. I experimented with some QR codes and in-game paths today, and it really came out well, so it was a nice confidence boost. Yeah, it's such a good feeling, because sometimes terraforming can be like really uncertain and you don't know if like what you're doing is good or not, so when you land on that like what I did was good feeling, it feels wonderful. I love Lucky's little snacks area. Lucky is like a lazy neighbor, I think, so it's so fitting he would have snacks by his house. And I love the inclines that take you up to the museum. And got the Sphinx. Phoebe was one of my starters and I love her. All. Yeah, Phoebe is an Uchi. My starters were Tammy and Genji. Got like the beginnings of maybe a more modern outdoor cafe right there. People recognize the smallest park scene from Parks and Rec. I love the show so much. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but it sounded like a few people in chat got the reference. I love my aesthetic. One of my aesthetics, at least. Do you ever feel like you just have a million different aesthetics that you like? But marbly is definitely one of them. Marbly, French garden, zodiac, hedges. Yes, please. Love it. Is that Julian's house too? I feel like Julian goes so well here. Like I recognize his house from my town, and you can totally see that you kind of did a tribute to Julian almost out front with all the zodiac stuff. Let me show you how gorgeous Julian's house is, even though I can always just show you in my own town, but it's just gorgeous. Gosh, I need that Capricorn ornament one day. Need this harp one day. Ooh, and the Pisces lamp. I wish the Pisces lamp was a little taller. That's my only complaint. I was gonna think about using these around the museum, and it's just not very tall. I do think the Capricorn ornament would be great near the museum, though. Gosh, part of me is tempted. What if I like cycled out Julian out of my side town a few times and tried to like pick out more zodiac stuff from Julian basically moving out? Because I did get a few fancy pieces that way from like fancy villagers moving out. Like Colton and Elvis, when they moved out, I got an Aquarius urn. So I wonder if like if I put Julian in my side town and cycled him out, would he give me like the Capricorn ornament? Oh, we got the tulip field, reminiscent of Holland, of the Netherlands. Julian is your birthday, bud? Oh, Shivi, I'm so jealous. That is like such a good birthday, bud. Like, you must feel so honored to share a birthday with Julian. I really like this bit of terraforming too. Like, I like how you kind of look out across the cliff and see like the waterfalls and the cliff tiers and the fountain. That looks super good. It almost reminds me of like the Grand Canyon or something. Has anyone tried to create the Grand Canyon in Animal Crossing? Oh, we're back at the European Cafe. And I feel like I'm getting a little to the part where I'm retracing my steps a bit, Shivi, so let me know and feel free to lead me if there's any place in town that I haven't been to yet, so that way I can cover all the bases of town and not miss anything. Oh, so I might have missed some like areas back here. That makes sense. Down here we've got quite the shopping zone. Definitely gives me inspiration for my future shopping area with all the stalls, and you kind of got 2 layers of stalls. So much for sale, whether it's cakes or sewing equipment or coffee. Do you think the wedding cake will fit on the stalls? Is that what you're planning on? Your birthday bud is Freya, Dinico. Oh, mine is Gladys. I definitely am very, very neutral about my birthday bud being Gladys. Like, I haven't had her a lot, and I haven't gotten attached to her. I can't say her design is, like, super memorable, but at the same time, it is kind of cute, too. So, like, I definitely don't hate Gladys as my birthday bud, but I'm very, very neutral about it. Oh, wow. I remember this spot. I felt like I remarked the last time I visited your island and sat right here. I was like, oh, we're on a date. It looks so romantic right here with all the red roses. I kind of like the spot that you picked for the waterfall. It just seems to really work right here near that romantic like star seeing spot. It just really works. Oh, and Shivi's saying to follow her. Hope I didn't lose her too much. Oh, place to write by the ocean. I'm really glad my birthday twin is Kiki. Kiki's delivery service is my favorite. Oh, that's so special. I'm so jealous of both you and Shivi for having such cool birthday buds. Or birthday twin, whatever you want to call it. Yours is Walker. I keep forgetting that he actually exists because you never see him in any town. I know how that feels. There's definitely villagers like that, Beth. I can't articulate it, but there are some villagers that I just never see. So whenever I do see them, it like throws me off. And some of those for me are like Jacob, Boris, Yeah, some of those like old Welcome Amiibo villagers that just haven't really had their time in the sun and that I never see around for some reason. Oh, and so Shivi's saying that that's about it. What a lovely town. So many cool ideas here, and one last little glimpse of the Lolly and Tangy like wedding set. And then let's head back to Athalia and go to the next town. I think I maybe have like 2 more tours in me. Love that wedding area, such a great town. Oh, I agree. Oh, so your birthday twin is Sky, Rachel. We actually have a few people in the community whose favorite villager is Sky. Oh, and enjoy your dinner, Shivi. Thanks so much for submitting your island. And let's fly back. Oh, you're welcome, Shivi. Right, so as far as towns that are next, we could visit Rachael and Pikmin. Yeah, I've never had Sky before. She is a cutie though. Like how she is literally basically a cloud in the sky, essentially. Oh, your birthday bud is Freckles, Cosmic Peachy. Alright, so here we are back in town, and I'll keep an eye on my Twitch whispers for Johto codes. But yeah, next up is potentially Rachael if you were still up for it, and Pikmin as well. It's gotten like really like weirdly cloudy in my island. I feel like I don't usually see weather like this. It was nice and clear earlier, but now it's like super foggy. I have such mixed feelings about this like pier setup, like with the columns and stuff in front of my museum. Like, I like that they help hide the banners, but in other ways I'm not super happy with how they look. Like, I just have such mixed feelings about them. I just wish the red banners weren't there. Oh sure, Rachel, yeah, we can head over to your island next. I might go and grab something to drink, like during the flyover. Getting kind of thirsty. Oh, and hey, Mark. So let's go and boot up the Friends dialogue instead of the Johto one. I get so many like Nook Miles from this too. Don't I get like a little bit of Nook Miles every time I visit an island? It's so nice. Petition for Nintendo to remove the red banners, right? Does anyone like them? Maybe a few odd people here and there, but I feel like so many people don't like the red banners. Why did they do it? Have you played Hatsune Miku? No, I have heard of it, but like I've seen it around on Twitch. Not one of the games I played though. I wanted to show Floor Luna today, but still have so many bare areas I need to landscape. Yeah, no rush with it, Lenore. And also just at the same time though, you don't have to let the fact that you have bare areas kind of intimidate you from submitting, because it's fun to explore the areas that like are super developed. Maybe with the next museum expansion, they might remove them. Yes, please. Like, give me like a cafe expansion and take away the red banners. Please. Prayer circle for the red banners. It's changed a bit since the last tour. Ooh, I remember finding it so charming last time. Like it kind of had like modern suburban vibes. But I think like during this flyover real quick, I'm gonna go get a drink really quickly. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I'm sorry I started your tour with this awkwardness where I was leaving Rachel. Thanks for your patience. I'm excited to explore. It looks like right at the entrance we've got like this free DIY area, which actually looks empty. Did you manage to clear your free DIY area, Rachel? And mystery bags. Wonder what's in the mystery bags. And you got your little crafting area. I think these are so utilitarian. Like, I admit I probably wouldn't want one in my town, but like, how convenient is it rather than what I have to do where I have to like fumble through my storage every time I need to craft something? How do you get the museum upgrade? You have to get Crazy Red in your town, get a piece of art from Crazy Red, and then donate it to the museum. That's what's going to trigger the upgrade. I'm kind of in the same boat in my side town. My side town, Citaloon, like, I just tend to have so much going on in my life that, like, keeping up with Athalia and keeping up with Stream and just everything I've got going on is, like, almost enough. So, like, the situation with my side town is, like, I don't have the campsite yet. I don't have the museum yet upgraded, and it's like, I'm a little curious, like, what are the triggers I need to do to make it happen so that maybe I can just do some grinding. But yeah, it's a little frustrating that my side town is such a bumpy road with development. But let me, I guess, stop rambling about that and actually comment on the town we're visiting. So this is by Rachael Rizzle the Geek, and we wandered through the DIY crafting area, and I have to really love the way that you, like, mimicked the fact that this has such a large brick patio. I feel like this is almost an echo of that same brick patio you see by the town hall, but it's in front of the shop, and it looks so natural. And I love the phone box and the street organ. It just feels like maybe some street music goes on there. The red banners don't bother me that much, but I know it would be super annoying if I had my new leaf theme or a certain color palette. Yeah, well for me it's like, I'm going for like a white, marbly Greek look around the museum, so the red is just kind of stands out a little bit like a sore thumb, but at the same time, I mean, the building is literally like basically a Greek temple. It is, like it's inspired by Greek architecture. So I don't feel too bad about going for a Greek theme even though it has the red banners, but to me it would just look so much better without the red banners, so it's really annoying. I'm trying to find ways to like hide it or deal with it. Oh, look at this charming neighborhood. We were talking about playing basketball earlier. Look at this basketball goal. Feels like a little neighborhood. I'm neutral with the red banners. I put red and white roses around the museum, but I would like it if they weren't there so I could use other colors. Yeah, and that's the thing, the way I have my museum set up, it's more of like a marble patio, so like I don't plan to put lots of flowers near. I am thinking though that if I want to waste a pattern slot, which I kind of don't want to, I could always create like some sort of maybe like marble pattern that has like a few red flowers on top of it or something. And that would be a really creative way to try to like tie the two things together, like tie both the marble with the red flowers, with the red banners. Oh, and hi Eddie, welcome to stream. I'm doing pretty good today. We're visiting some islands right now. We're traveling through a bit of a forest, and Rizzle the Geek's town is what we're visiting. And I really like the way you've set up your neighborhoods, how each yard just has the coziest little assortment of items, like the barrel and the laundry basket. And I love how your terraforming seems so natural, and yet at the same time I can tell that you've done some terraforming, but it feels very natural too, like just that little waterfall split right there. You can take a mystery bag on the way out if you want. Oh, cool. I wonder what it is. Even you don't know what you put in there? That's so funny. Oh, and hi Eddie. Yeah, I admit, since I've been going for about 3 hours and I have like a bit of a headache going on, I was thinking of actually not having my queue open for much longer, but yeah, maybe we could squeeze yours in. It's !join to enter. Oh wow, look at this little secretive garden back here with like the monument stone and the cliffs and the waterfalls and everything. I want to get a couple more instruments from my villagers to play in front of Nooks. Oh, so that's why you did it? So that they can play instruments there? Ended up moving my museum away from my blue entrance area and planting a red and white area around it. Yeah, I don't really feel like making a red and white area because, in a weird way, I mean, I know this sounds odd, but I don't even really like red and white too much. Like, as a color combination, like, I'm just not super big on it, so I would just rather pretend that the banners didn't exist than try to, like, I don't know. I guess I'm weird that way, but I don't really like red and white flowers together unless that's really truly what the area calls for. Are we allowed to swear? This is not an 18+ stream, so I do try to keep the language classy in here. But at the same time, not being 18+ doesn't mean that it's suitable for literal children anyways, like it is like a 13 limit to be on Twitch. So I guess you could consider the chat to be PG-13, but yeah, try to keep that in mind. I want to move my second character's mailbox, but the house isn't expanded enough. Oh, is that what allows you to move the mailbox? That hasn't even been on my radar yet, y'all. Like, I have not thought about my mailbox placement at all. Sometimes it still throws me off when I'm, like, seeing someone's town, like, on Twitch or something, and then, like, they check their mail out in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what's going on? I guess I'm just such a old-school Animal Crossing player. It's, like, such a foreign concept to me that you can have your mailbox any other place than by your house. I don't like red and white together either. It just reminds me of the sports team in my city. Oh, that sounds a little like oddly personal for you, Leah. Reminds you of a sports team. Wow, I just wanted to stop and admire this spot. I can really appreciate that some thought went into it, like the fact that it goes from cherries to apples to basically a rainbow of the fruit, and to match the rainbow of the fruit, there's a rainbow of flowers around too. And you're dropping a dodo code in chat, Mark. It's actually !join to enter the queue, and I did mention earlier that I might not really continue to do islands for much longer. Might go ahead and end stream after a few more. gonna be a cafe or restaurant, and it'll have an incline going up to that wooden board area. Oh, cool. So by the cafe or restaurant, do you mean like up here? That's so neat. Alright, Mark, you're being like a little bit spammy and insistent, kinda. Just be careful to not spam too many like similar chats back to back and that sort of thing. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I've been going for 3 hours. I have a bit of a headache, y'all. I might not go on for much longer. Thanks for understanding. But love this little blue neighborhood back here. We've got Naomi and is this Hopkins? Ah yes, getting to know the villager house exteriors. Let me go pop in and see Hopkins. Oh, so Hopkins has his own little arcade. Oh, look at him with his bunny shirt. That's like the Ruby shirt. I associate that shirt with Ruby. What's on the back of his head? I'm so weirded out right now. I'm getting like zipper vibes. Have you all seen this on Hopkins? Is that a button? I don't know what to make of that. Oh, and I'm still wearing my kimono. I guess since I'm not in a Japanese themed town anymore, I'll put back on my frugal dress. I know that feel. Hope your head feels better. Oh, thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. It feels like I inevitably get a headache like once a week. I think it'll be a while until I learn the villager exteriors. Yeah, there's some that I've definitely gotten a good handle on, but then others are still very new and fresh to me. He's supposed to be a blow-up or something, so it's like a plug. That's the weirdest thing. Is this really underreported that I never knew that Hopkins was like that? I'm on Animal Crossing social media all the time. I play Animal Crossing all the time. How did I go my Animal Crossing life without knowing that? My mind is blown. Most shocking moment on this stream for me. Seeing like the back of Hopkins. But look at this lovely zen area. Got a winding dirt path through the bamboo. Love the little waterfall in between the cliffs and how encircled this zen garden feels. And oh, I think this might have been the area that Rachael said was gonna possibly be like a cafe or restaurant. Love seeing everyone's islands. I wouldn't be able to submit mine for a long time. It's only like 1/4 done. Yeah, I feel that zero chance. The irony of me being a streamer and streaming in my island so many days a week, and yet I totally would not submit it for an island visit stream. It's the most ironic thing ever that my own island is so barren and unfinished, but it's the one I stream in every day. Oh wow, look at this area. Rachael, love what you did with the back of your town hall. I totally didn't see it from here too. Like, I remember just panning up and not noticing anything in the background, but look at your cute little frog town flag, and look at this area behind the town hall with the towers and the bushes and these stepping stones. I love the angled signposts too. I need to remember that these exist because they're so cute. Pointing your way to the museum. Ah, interesting choice with the skeleton perched outside the museum. Oh, and have a great dinner, Beth. Thank you so much for hanging out today. It's great to talk to you, and hope you have a wonderful night. Oh, that area reminded you of your new Leaf Town, Harv. Oh, and hi, Cloudy. How are you doing today, Cloud? Looks like Rachel's working on a diagonal bridge, which I think is going to look really cool. Let's see if I can jump across the river in the absence of using the bridge. Yeah, that seemed to work. Lovely river forming right here. Look at that. So classy with the statue framed in that river bend and the like wide pieces of river. Oh, you did such a good job on your riverscaping. Oh, thank you, Lenore. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, I should probably eat something when I end stream. That might help. What if it's like just a hungry headache, you know? Oh, hey Theo. I'm sorry about that. And hey Tara, welcome in. Happy Friday. Oh, so this area will be the Monet Garden with the Zen Bridge that is under construction. Cool. Yeah, I remember you talking about that, Rachel, which is kind of neat because I feel like there's actually another member of the community named Jamskin that has like a town called Monet, and like their whole town is going to be themed around like Monet Impressionism and pastels and flowers, and you're also going to have like a little Monet inspired area, which I remember talking about that with you, like the diagonal bridge. Is this going to be like a Zen bridge plus with like the statue and the flowers? Oh, it's going to be perfect. That little house belongs to the kid I nanny. Oh, is that like a real house? Like that belongs to an actual IRL person other than yourself? And so you didn't design that, but like someone else did? That's like in your life? That's so cool. Doing good, pretty town. Just got back from dinner with my family. Oh, that sounds lovely. I kind of miss going out to eat and stuff, but I think more and more stuff might be opening up. We put some furniture around and trees and flowers, but still at a 2-star rating. I'll say that a lot of what helps with the rating is moving in townies, moving in villagers, and also infrastructure like bridges and inclines, not having a cluttered ground. I guess those are some of my tips about boosting your rating. But by the way, Rachel, I think I'm at the part where I'm retracing my steps a little bit. Is there anything I missed as far as outdoor areas? I know I might have missed your actual house. Let me go and see Rachel's house, because I think I managed to miss it. Was also playing Mario Kart. Now I have a headache. Oh. Does Mario Kart give you a headache, Cloudy? But yeah, let's go and check out Rachel's house, which has the most charming little yard with the kiddie pool and the lawnmower. I remember Rachel was asking on Discord if there was something like a lawn mowing pattern to like look like you were mowing the lawn, so if you find something like that, let Rachel know. Oh, and have a great night, Cosmic Peachy. Thanks for hanging out today. I plan on theming my yard on each season. Oh, so right now it's like kind of the summery theme, and then later you're going to change it to something more autumnal and then wintry. Gosh, it'll be so gorgeous to go through the seasons. I love the music in here, and the wall and floor combo. Very classy. It's really fun, but yeah, kind of got a headache. That's funny. Well, I mean, it's not funny that you have a headache, Cloudy, but it's a little funny that Mario Kart is the cause. But I actually have a bit of a headache myself, and mine might be more of like a food-related headache. Maybe I just need to eat something. Ooh, I love this bathroom. I love the placement of the bath, how it's not like in the corner, it's not in the middle of the room. It's like in the perfect spot to just frame that one little corner and have a nice mixture of knickknacks, but also lots of open space. Oh, thank you, Jay. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. the room on the right is my Nookazon warehouse. Really? You have a Nookazon warehouse? Oh, you keep the things that you sell on Nookazon? And back here we've got a kitchen. I love how bright and pink it is. So many bright colors in here. Oh, I love the little kitty, or I guess it doesn't have to be kitty. It could be a dog too, right? Yeah, I agree, Cloudy. I love the placement of that bathtub. Wasn't that just chef's kiss? You better eat soon or else. Oh, Ginger. You're so sweet. Oh, this is the Nookazon warehouse. So you sell this stuff? Some of it seems a little bit interesting as far as being up for sale. I mean, is a lot of this kind of rare? Oh, that's so funny. Do you make a bit of your living selling on Nookazon? I feel like a lot of us, like me for instance, I do a lot of my trading and stuff through Discord out of convenience, but I mean, that's a way to kind of gather resources, is to sell stuff on Nookazon, like I think Rachael was doing. And then upstairs, ooh, you got yourself a Las Meninas painting, and I just love how homey and natural everything feels, like with the guitar and your switch. You got 2 switches. I remember getting these as well. Like when I first started my game, I had like a tent that had 2 switches in it because I got both of these in the mail. And I love the little tiger perched on top of the koi. That's so cute. Getting Rosalina vibes from your look. Oh, thank you, Theo. I just kind of like the idea. Sometimes I like to come up with interesting wig and outfit combinations. Like, just the idea that this dress has kind of a princessy look to it made me want to like pair it with a fancy blonde long wig. But yeah, I have fun with my fashion on stream, and some are probably hits and some are probably misses, but it's kind of a fun little part of streaming for me. And Rachael did mention that there was maybe like a tint that I didn't see, so I'm gonna check out the map to see if I can find the tint. Oh, is that it on the beach maybe over there? You get some bells and Nook Miles tickets through Nookazon. Oh, do you have to do some villager farming at times? Ooh, I shouldn't phrase it as villager farming, but you know, like villager island hopping. Do you ever wear wigs to work? No, I actually, I dress pretty casually at work. I kind of get a little bit more fancified for stream. I'm, you know, working at Costco, it's definitely no place to, like, dress up for. So that's part of why I have fun dressing up for stream, is because, where else am I gonna dress up? But yeah, I think I'm just trying to find that area that I missed, and then I'll head back to town. Oh, it's Isabel's house? Oh, okay, thank you. Oh! I was going in the totally wrong direction to go to Isabel's house. Wow, that sounds like a cool outfit, Theo. Alright, we'll grab a mystery bag while we're over here. What's in the mystery bag? Taylor's tickets! Ah, thank you, Rachael. And with that, note to self, my pockets are full. Oh, how did I miss this area? I don't know how I do this sometimes. Like, I just kind of, like, explore an entire town, and there's something I kind of miss like this. But to be fair, Rachael did kind of perch the tent specifically in between cliffs, almost like she's hiding it. but you can still get to it from the path, so I don't know why I missed this so egregiously this time. I love the spot to like sit and read up by the cedar. Love the terraforming. And if I remember, last time I was here there was like a vending machine in the side of this cliff. Did you take away the vending machine, Rachel? It used to be here. Maybe it's on the other side? Oh yeah, did you take away the vending machine? And see you later, Jenico. Thank you so much. And hey, Taro. Guess I'll head back to town now. Thank you so much for submitting, Rachel. It was nice to see how your island's developed. I'm actually loving my IRL outfit today. I don't usually dress up, but today we're finally able to eat out to dinner, so yeah, that's definitely a really valid occasion. I know some people, like with the quarantine and everything, can get a little tiring almost, just like wearing pajamas all the time, but at the same time really comfy to wear pajamas all the time, but you know, it's nice to get dressed up again. Oh, you moved to the vending machine. I just remember that standing out to me last time, what you did, which is why it stood out to me so much. Rachael carved this little square piece of the cliff out and then put the vending machine right in the middle of the square piece in the cliff. And it was just so iconic to me that it's like burned in my memory. I was like, where did it go? How's the queue? My town's white, if you want to still see. Still mostly undeveloped in terms of landscaping though. Ah, Taro, that's really tempting. Yeah, do y'all want to see a winter town from the southern hemisphere? Plus, Taro's also done some landscaping. I've popped into Taro's town some, like for trades and for like doing little things here and there, so I've seen it before, but I've never visited it on stream before, so I might take you up on that, Taro, if you want to open up. Oh, look at Julian. Are you singing in the ring, Julian? Or just kind of dancing a little bit goofily? Look at him bopping. Sweetie. Another day in paradise, or as I like to call it, Athalia. Well, that is the town name, Julian. Maybe I'll order a new one and put it back in the cliff. Oh, Rachel, it was probably just a funny little like quirk of mine that I found that like so iconic. You don't have to alter your plans based on me latching onto that, but how does Julian's horn fit into the hat? Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. I guess his horn is all covered up, isn't it? What happened to his horn? Oh, Julian. I need the rain to stop so I can break out my new all-pleather outfit. All-pleather outfit. Okay, we're already talking about new side characters. I literally just created this character yesterday, and they're already being talked about. I love when they're dancing and they pump their arms. It's like they're really getting into it. Oh yeah. He is kind of pumping his arms, isn't he? Oh. What is he doing? Bless his heart. Let me zoom in on this. Oh no, there's a bush in the way. Oh, look at him go. No queue, were you about to call it a day? Oh, yeah, I mean, there was actually just a Pikmin's town left in the queue, so we could visit yours and then Pikmin's. But don't worry about it at all, Taro. I really like the idea of giving your town a visit and showing off winter. Oh, Julian's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Stop spying on me. gets even stranger when Julian decides to wear his balloon top hat. Oh, he has a balloon top hat in your town? I haven't seen that. Oh, but let's go and take a visit to Melba while Taro's opening up. I don't know why the beach got so cluttered in front of Melba's house. Sometimes I do stuff and I don't even remember doing them. Excited to see a winter town? Oh, me too. I haven't actually been in a winter town before. I think it just happened for these Australians or Southern Hemisphere people just recently, so... Oh dang, my pockets are full. Maybe that'll come in handy though, like if Melba's crafting a duplicate, she can't give it to me. Grass skirt, yep, please, no thanks. I got so many of those back in the day. That used to be the duplicate I always got all the time. Oh, sorry Melba, pockets are full. What a shame. I'm finally talking to Butch and turns out he moved in from someone else's. Yeah, that feel is so funny. I have Keaton in my town and he's from Beth, and it was just the funniest thing too because I talked to him on stream and like Beth was in stream and Beth was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I gave you Keaton on accident. It was so adorable. I was actually up for doing yours next, Taro. I do have like kind of a sequence of priorities that I do for towns, and if I haven't done it on stream before, I kind of prioritize it a bit more. Something I might start doing is maybe doing like only visiting towns like every other week, like so that the same town isn't submitted like every single week. I visited Pikmin's town probably like every week for a solid couple months or so, or it feels like that. So I'm totally up for visiting your island, Tara, if you want to open up. I'm just kind of wandering around. But I can visit Pikmin's too. Pikmin did mention something about a new town though. I wonder if that's what that is. Yeah, I'm gonna display a street lamp right here. I think I misplaced that. Anyone here have a town called Manichi? I admit that that doesn't really sound familiar, Cloudy. I don't know if I'm familiar with it. Is this not a white upright locker? This kind of looks a little bit more gray than it should be. So I'm gonna swivel the locker around. I think I displayed a silver one on accident. If you have full pockets, they won't give you a DIY. A nice little life hack. Red finally here. Oh, congrats, Cloudy. Alright, well I'm gonna go check for gates. Those upright lockers look great. Adds it to the list of things to try and remember. Yeah, I've seen that around like on Twitter actually. I didn't come up with it myself. So don't worry about taking the idea or anything. It wasn't mine. I got it from somewhere else, but I admit, like, I'm really, really a little sad that they took away the Greek columns, and to me, I don't know if the upright lockers are really cutting it for me. Like, I know that that's kind of a life hack to try to replace Greek columns, but I don't know if they quite do it for me, so it is a bit of a bummer. So apparently, I think Taro's having trouble opening the gate, so we'll go to Pikmin's Island in the meantime. Yeah, let us know if red has anything good, Cloudy. That's really cool. I'm gonna slyly take a few sips of my beverage. You think it could be a connection error, Taro? Like, that sounds like maybe like an internet thing. But yeah, no worries if it doesn't work out this week. I'm sure the snow's gonna stick for a while to come. It must be like morning time for you. What if we somehow manage to get a nice little tour of your town during like the aurora? Oh, Pikmin is dressed up like a bride. Alright, so let's see what Pikmin's Island's got going on today. Let me know if there's anything new that I should take an eye on, Pikmin. Oh, what a pretty outfit. Yeah, I do think the aurora might be called something different depending on where you are in the world. Isn't it called something a little different in the southern hemisphere? But I don't think it's called Australis, of course. It's called whatever the opposite of Borealis is. I'm trying to think of what, though. Alright, so here we are in Pikmin's Island. Got leaves in a variety of different colors. Ooh, look at all these pools you have. And this is always one of my favorite spots. I think you did a good job of making this particular house look super cozy. And gonna hop by to the hybrid section. I like to go and check how Pikmin's hybrid collection is coming along. Gentleman Guru, just make sure to keep chat messages polite. Never say anything unkind about a town, but the reason why you were confused is that this is, the Southern Hemisphere is actually the town by Smile936 in chat, and she's writing about how she's having trouble connecting. So we're actually in Pikmin Lovers Island right now, and yeah, she is a friend to the channel and has helped me out a lot, and it's fun to come here and see how her island's coming along too. Definitely always keep comments in chat to only nice things about the towns. It takes a lot of guts to submit your town to be toured on stream. Look at this orchard up here. It's called the Aurora Australia though? Really? Oh, egg on face. Egg on face. I was like, it couldn't possibly be called that. Australia's the name of a country. I thought Thea was making a joke. But that's what it's called, Australia Borealis, or instead of Borealis, it's called Australis. That's so interesting. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Gentleman Guru. And I'm sorry in general. I feel like maybe I've gone on a little too long with a headache and I've kind of started to lose the thread. I feel like I'm not making a lot of sense anymore. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Maybe I should take breaks every now and then on stream. Take the break screen. Oh no, you're fine, gentlemen. I think I just got confused about what you were saying. Alright, so let's check out Pikmin's house. But yeah, we've got Pikmin's collection of clothes here. Let's check out some of the other rooms. Oh, I love all the rain suits and stuff in this one, and the wreaths. Left for a sec to check the art guide, all fakes. Oh, that's such a bummer. Don't you think it's a shame that that can happen, Cloudy? Ooh, but you got the Valiant statue. I definitely count that a win, Cloudy. The fact that, the Valiant statue is still, like, super pretty, even though it's fake. Oh, Celeste is here as well. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Pikmin. I'll see if I can track her down. Do you know where she is? Alright, that's fine, gentlemen. I'm sorry for getting confused. We don't have to linger on it. It was just a awkward live stream moment where I thought you were saying something else, and it wasn't, and we can move on. Sorry about that. Let me go and find Celeste. Celeste, I hope she gives me the Nova clock. That would be awesome. Or the star clock, whatever you call it. Left side beach. Alright, cool. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, your communication errors are persisting, Taro? I'm sorry about that. I hope that's not a sign of anything too wrong. Hopefully it'll just fix itself with a little bit of time and like overnight, or it's just like a little quirk that's happening right now. Oh, how fitting. Celeste is hanging out with her own furniture back here. Came across a recipe. Are my pockets still full? I hope not. Knowing me, they very well could be full. Oh, the star clock! What are the odds? I was remarking, I hope it's the star clock. Oh, I can't believe it. Did you just wish on a star, Celeste? Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Leah. And hey again, Pikmin, in your wedding dress. Wow, these houses are really similar, aren't they? Like side by side with like the black walls. Or maybe they just look similar because it's like late at night and it's kind of dark out. Alright, I might go ahead and head back to my town unless there's anything else you wanted to show me, Pikmin. She wishes on non-existent stars? Oh! I thought for sure, like I panned up, I was like, is there some sort of meteor shower going on right now? It even made like the little sound animation too. Like the sound animation that you associate with wishing on a star really faked me out. I think Pikmin might be closing up now, so I'll wait for them to send me home. Probably talking to the dodos right now. Does it offend you that Nintendo claims 5 items as bulk as someone who works at Costco? Oh, that is such a funny comment, Rachel. I love that. Thank you for that. Yeah, that is pretty funny. I kind of wish you could buy it more in bulk. It should be like at least At least 10. But to be fair, in past games there actually wasn't that option at all, so I guess I can't hate on it too much. The fact that past games I don't think you could buy anything in bulk. Yeah, I'm really excited about the star clock. Thanks for having me over, Pikmin. I appreciate it. So we're flying back to Athalia for the night, and that might go ahead and wrap our island visits. I definitely feel like I was kinda losing the thread of what I was saying towards the end there, so thanks for sticking around and watching these islands. 5 is better than 1, I guess, but it does make buying really annoying. Yeah, especially the customization kits. That's the main thing I run into, is the fact that the customization kits seem to go by really quickly, and it's really annoying to buy them over and over. Oh, and bye Pika, bye everyone. Hope you all have an amazing weekend. I'll see what I can wrangle up for tomorrow. I guess if it's just another decorating stream, that's not the end of the world, but I'll try to see if I can come up with a game or something for multiplayer. Oh, you're off tomorrow? Congrats, Ginger. I hope you have a wonderful day off tomorrow. And bye Kay, have a great night. Bye Lenore. Bye Teru. Bye Trial at Work. See y'all later.